Coming up on our pregame tonight, Matt will talk with new addition Alexi Casilla, who is in the lineup for the second time here tonight. He'll be at second base once again. And the former Twin and Oriole, our pregame guest, coming up. We'll hear from Mace then in just a bit on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report as well. One lineup change of note tonight. Derek Robinson is in the leadoff spot here this evening, so the Rebs will take a look at him at the top of the order, one of several on the team who has picked it up at the plate here in the last week. First pitch tonight set for 6:30 here in downtown York on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
The force is strong with the York Revolution this Saturday, May 27th, as People's Bank Park hosts Star Wars Night, featuring a custom jersey auction presented by LifePath Christian Ministries. Grab your lightsaber and Ewok and join the Revs for a night of costumed characters, on-field lightsaber battles, Star Wars movie clips, and more. Plus, after the game, the skies light up with an inside-the-park fireworks display set to the Star Wars soundtracks and presented by AAA Southern Pennsylvania. That's Star Wars Night this Saturday. Get tickets at YorkRevolution.com.
Having the gang over to watch the game? Keep them happy with great Best Jet products from your neighborhood Sure Save markets. Football fans, hockey fans, basketball fans, everyone's a fan of game day party planners with $18.93 deli items. Best Jet hot dogs go great with Best Jet kettle cooked chips. Or serve up a couple Best Jet rising crust pizzas with 12 packs of Best Jet soda. Throw the best game day party ever with Best Jet products. Shop Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, Wetzel's in Glenrock, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
At LifePath Christian Ministries, members of our community come to us in need of support systems. We serve the single mother with 3 kids who needs a place to stabilize, the teenager whose mom and dad are working 2 jobs and are not home at night, the young man who never found the right family to love and care for him as he was passed through the foster care system, the Iraq War veteran who was dishonorably discharged and still struggles to break free from alcohol. Although each of these situations is different, the common thread that runs within them is the unmet need. Through love and understanding, and with the support of people like you, LifePath Christian Ministries is able to meet those needs every day. For more information on how you too can make an impact, visit online at lifepathyork.org or give us a call at 717-845-7662. Again, that's 845-7662.
The Revolution plays Play Ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
Matt Present here with Alexi Casilla, but for the first of a 3-game series with the Skeeters. And Alexi, just a couple days here with the team so far, and before your first game you saw a very familiar face in Stan Clyburn. What was it like to see him before your first game here?
Well, it's been a while, since the last time I saw him. I played for him and for the Rochester. And I had a great experience with him, and he's a great manager. When I saw him, I just say hi to him, and we remember a couple of things, a couple of stories that happened when I played for him, and I think it was great to see him again.
Did you know that he was going to be here in your first game?
No, I didn't know. As soon as I walked in the clubhouse, the Paula told me that he was the manager for the other team, and I got surprised.
Pleasant surprise, I assume. And you've only been here a couple days, and I know it's not the first time you've come to a new team in the middle of a season. But what's it like, getting to know the guys on the fly?
I mean, it's kind of hard because you have to remember, everybody's name. It's hard the first week, but I'm used to it. I play for, just like I said, I play for a lot of teams in my throughout my career, and I think I know how to handle it. Just try to be nice to everybody, and try to remember the names.
Obviously, you're a switch hitter. Is there something different you work on from each side of the plate, or is it the same approach from both sides?
Actually, I think it's a different approach because, from my right side, that's my natural side. I'm natural right-handed. Like from my left side, I just try to, to make contact with the ball. And I know from my right side, I have like a little bit more power. So I think it's a different approach.
In the field, you've played across the infield in your career, but second base seems like your natural position. Is that where you're most comfortable?
Yeah, because that's since I was a kid, I grew up as a second baseman, so I feel more comfortable playing second. But throughout my career, you know, I start playing different positions. You know, like in the minors, they moved me over to shortstop a couple times, and even in the big leagues too, they moved me to short. And when I was you know, utility guy, that when you become a utility, you have to play different positions. You have to learn how to play third, and even in the outfield.
What's that like, having to juggle all those? Is it, you know, a different mindset, or do you just go out there and wherever you're penciled in?
Well, you know, if you know how to play catch, I think you can play anywhere they put it. I mean, in any spot, you know. Well, it's kind of different because it's a different angle in the field, so you have to adjust it, you know, real quick, adjust it whatever you're playing.
Is there something specific you want to work on here while you're with the team?
Well, I just want to do good, you know, help the team to win. That's my main thing to do. Like try to do my best. If I do good, I know I'm gonna help the team to win.
Well, it's good to have you here, Alexi. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, man.
All right, Alexi Casilla joining you earlier, Matt. I don't think it's going to take long for him to become very well liked here in York, but also in the clubhouse, and veteran presence definitely goes about his business the right way.
He does, and always with a smile on his face. That's what I've really noticed for his first couple games here. He might not know all the guys really well yet, but he just seems really happy to be here, happy to be out on the field. And right after that interview ended, a couple of kids came up and were asking for his autograph, and he was having fun with them. And you know, he just really seems like he's enjoyed being here and enjoying the experience.
Well, we'll see him in the lineup at second base again tonight. Right now, we'll take a timeout pregame, check in with Mace on the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. Up next.
This Sunday, join the York Revolution in a salute to veterans at Peoples Bank Park. Gates open at noon, and all veterans receive free tickets to the 1 p.m. game. Plus, Pittsburgh Steelers legend and U.S. Army veteran Rocky Breyer will join the pregame ceremony and sign autographs. Help the Revolution honor the heroes of our community: Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard. Join us for the salute to veterans this Sunday beginning at noon. Honoring our heroes with family and friends, that's Revs time.
This is Dustin Hawkinson with the Keystone Sports Network. For the best Penn State football analysis and commentary, listen to Sports Radio 1350 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. and after Revs games for the Keystone Kickoff Show. We'll bring you game reviews, player evaluations, and recruiting news. So for the best in Penn State talk, tune to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK for the Keystone Kickoff Show. Brought to you locally by your neighborhood SureSave Markets.
Can't get enough of the birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. This is the Rich Eisen Show.
Enough's enough in the 21st century. Football makes money, I get it. Football builds facilities as it's been doing at Baylor. Football is the engine that drives a lot of interest in the school. This day and age should be over where allegations of rape are ignored. How in the world does that happen anymore?
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays at noon on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for the latest on your York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
All right, Mace. Well, last night, did you feel that a day to get away from a game would end up being good for the group? I know Mother Nature doesn't give you a choice, but can you use that to your advantage?
Well, I think anytime you get a day off, you can use it to your advantage. So, you know, we did do a lot of traveling over the weekend and this and that. So it was probably good to get that day, and hopefully now we can come out and play a lot better than we've been.
Do you get concerned with the rough start, does the thought start to creep into guys' heads of things going wrong, and is that where maybe one bad pitch or one play maybe cost some of those close games? Can that happen? Is that something that you have to try to fight as a human?
I think so. I think that when you're having success, you expect success, and sometimes if you're having failure, you expect failure sometimes, or you play not to lose instead of play to win, and all those little phrases, however they go. But I think if you look at every series, it's been something a little different. Obviously, we were pitching really well for a while. And you and I were just talking a couple minutes ago. I think we gave up 28 hits in the New Britain series when we had guys with 2 strikes on them. So, and a lot of 2-out hits as well. So those are the things that you got to clean up. And I don't know if that's just bad location, bad selection, using our third best pitch maybe when we should be using something else. And to their credit too, I mean, they put the balls in play, and they did get a lot of hits off us in those 3 games. But we're battling back and forth, and obviously I have a different lineup out there almost every night for different reasons, and I just think we have a lot of guys that they're struggling a little bit. Some guys are starting to come on strong. I mean, we have some guys that are coming on with their batting average and doing a good job. We're working hard, and it's not like we're not working. I mean, we're working at it every day. We're in the cage. We're out on the field. We're doing everything that we need to do to try to clean it up, and now we just have to translate it onto the field.
Well, on the last 4 games, 3 of those 4 you have been 1 or 2 plays away. I guess that's better than the alternative. I mean, you're close. You're right in these games.
Yeah, I mean, we're not getting boat raced very much. We are in the games, and it's competitive. But I mean, competitive doesn't get you anything. I mean, we want to win the games, and we're good enough to win. And this group has won before, and so we know that the capability's there, and we know the talent level's there. Now we just have to go out and just do it. And I just think, we're in our heads a little bit too much in different situations, and I think we're losing focus, or we're pressing. I'm going to say it's more pressing. We're trying to be too mechanical and too analytical, and instead of just go out and play, let your talent take over and go play. So hopefully that'll be the mindset that we have moving forward. Obviously, this starts a gigantic stretch of games in our division, which will pretty much tell the tale for what happens the rest of this half. So the next week and a half these are pretty important games, especially where we're at right now.
Well, I'm sure that the 10th inning ended up going longer than you wanted the other night. Would Brad Allen be okay tonight if you have the opportunity?
Brad's fine. Everybody's up today. So, and as a closer, you have to be able to go 2 innings, especially at home. You go out for the 9th if it's tied, and if it's still tied after the 9th inning, you go out for the 10th. I mean, that's what you do at home with the closers. On the road, not so much. But when you're at home and you get the last at bat, if you can keep them from scoring, then you take another shot when you come in to hit. So we'll see how things go. I may rework my bullpen a little bit too in the later innings. I may try some different stuff here moving forward. But as far as Brad goes, he's good tonight.
Well, one lineup change, Derek Robinson at the top tonight, and he's certainly come on here of late. Are you hopeful that he can maybe evolve into a consistent leadoff guy for you?
Well, we're going to give it a shot here for a little while and see how he does. Obviously, switch hitter, that helps. He can run. We know he can run. And the key is we just got to get on base. And when those guys get on base, I think Den has done a really good job picking it up offensively. He's a really good defender, and then the middle of our order has power. And so we just have to, we just got to do the little things. Get the guys on, get them over. The other night I think we had bases loaded in the game we lost to New Britain, and I think we ended the inning with a double play or something. So we've had opportunities. It's amazing that the games that you win, you usually leave 3, 4, 5 guys on base, and the games that you lose, you leave 10, 11, 12 guys on base. There's definitely a correlation to that, especially for us. So hopefully not too many left on base because they touch home plate, and we'll go from there.
All right, Mace, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, Revs manager Mark Mason on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Starting lineups tonight are brought to you by Flying Feet, as Mace and Gary Gaetti meet at home plate with the umpires. For the Skeeters tonight, it'll be Derek Miller in center field leading off. Anthony Jansanti, the second baseman, bats second. With Barfield's departure, another hot hitter goes third. It's Andy Wilkins, the left fielder. Cleanup man is the former Barnstormer Kevin Ahrens at third base. Travis Scott, the first baseman, bats fifth. Ryan Jackson, just signed today, has some big league time. He'll be at shortstop hitting sixth. Albert Cordero will catch and hit seventh. Joe Benson in right field is batting eighth, and Wilfredo Rodriguez is the DH hitting ninth. So all three catchers listed have to play for the Skeeters here in tonight's game. Again, it's Miller, Jansanti, Wilkins, Ahrens, Scott, Jackson, Cordero, Benson, and Rodriguez, with Bobby Blevins making the start. For the York Revolution tonight, it will be Derek Robinson leading off. He's in left. Ryan Dent at third base, bats second. Isaias Tejeda will catch and hit third. Michael Burgess in the cleanup spot is at first base. Angel Franco at shortstop will hit fifth. Travis Witherspoon in center field is batting sixth. Alexi Casilla at second base hits seventh. Joel Guzman will hit eighth tonight. He's clean shaven. A little bit different look. He will DH and hit eighth, maybe trying to take a little pressure off him as he tries to get things figured out. And Jared Mitchell in right field will bat ninth. Again, it's Robinson, Dent, Tejeda, Burgess, Franco, Witherspoon, Casilla, Guzman, and Mitchell for the Revs. And those lineups again brought to you by Flying Feet. Frank Gailey making the start here tonight for York. It is once again a very pleasant evening, a little bit coolish compared to Memorial Day weekends in the past. 71 degrees and breezy, but it is an improvement, and the wind is blowing out tonight as well. And that would make it imperative for pitchers to keep the ball down here this evening. Hopefully Frank will have that change up and that split working tonight. And Matt, that last start at Sugar Land, he had to battle a little bit, came to find out he wasn't feeling 100% afterward, but still able to, and that's the mark of a good starter, when you don't have your best stuff, still work to the game. He had a big lead, he was able to keep it intact and got his fifth win.
No doubt about it. Being able to pitch through a game when you don't have your best stuff, especially when you don't have your number one pitch working, you have to grind through with your second and third pitch. But the other thing about Frank Gailey that's not necessarily about Frank Gailey, but it coincides with when he's out there, is the run support. And you have to like what he's gotten this season, 6.2 runs a game when he's on the mound.
Would not be bad to continue that tonight. The Revs over the last 8 games are averaging almost 6 runs per game. The offense has turned it around, but Frank looking to get things going for the pitchers here as well. The offense has gone up, but the pitchers have hit a little bit of a slide here recently, and starters just one quality start the last 9, 7.83 ERA on that stretch, and a ton of hits given up in that series against New Britain. But looking to get things turned around beginning tonight, and Frank Gailey will lead them out. Revs introduced as they take the field here for tonight's game, and that'll be a wrap on our pregame coverage here this evening. It's the Revs and the Skeeters, game number 34 of the 2017 season, and we'll have it for you coming up next.
You hear a lot about CPAP masks these days, but here's something you don't hear much about. Over half of the people who wear a CPAP mask for sleep stop wearing it within a year. How's that working for you? Dr. Gordon Bell would like you to hear this. York Dental Sleep Therapy has dental options that can help many of those people. If you or someone you live with is struggling with sleep apnea, visit yorksleep.com and see how Dr. Gordon Bell can help return your home to peaceful nights of deep, restful sleep. If you're groggy during the workday, if you wake up feeling exhausted? If you would like to get your nighttime sleep patterns back to a healthy state, get a confirmation from your doctor, then meet with Dr. Bell at his office on West Market Street in Pelham. He'll evaluate your symptoms and discuss which treatments would best suit your situation. Dr. Bell can restore restful sleep and get you feeling better day and night. York Dental Sleep Therapy. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com to learn more.
Hey Revs fans, get points or great rewards just by supporting your team through the new Revolution Rewards program. Use the new York Revolution app to receive and earn points for ballpark food, store discounts, stadium tours, and more. Available through the Apple and Google Play stores, the York Revolution app also features team news and exclusive content, contests and promotions for Revolution prizes, online ticket purchases, live game streaming, and more. Download the York Revolution app today. Free stuff by supporting your team? That's Revs time.
Your teams all the time. Sports Zone plays for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Set to go here tonight, or just about. Lots of Little Leaguers out in the field, taking the field with the Revs tonight. They make their way off. Anthem just completed, and Frank Gailey to begin his warm-ups on the game mound here for tonight's contest. First visit for the Skeeters here in 2017, and again, we've yet to see Lancaster at all. Southern Maryland will come in next week for the first time, so a lot of out-of-division games front-loaded in the schedule, and believe it or not, the Revs still have the opportunity to make a serious move here before the first half even gets terribly deep. The next 16 games all against the division.
Well, you don't want to play a certain way in different games, but the reality is that they do not all count the same. The ones against your division count a little more, and hopefully the Revs have the bad ones out of their system, because the next 16 are going to be awfully pivotal in deciding the first half.
Frank Gailey, the league leader with 5 wins, ahead of Brett Marshall, who has 4. We'll see him for Sugar Land on Sunday. Gailey 5-1, 5th in the league in ERA, 2.91 in 6 starts. 34 innings, 34 hits, 7 walks, 28 Ks. Opponents hitting .264. Last time that he started at home, he beat Bridgeport 3-1 and went 8, giving up 1 run on 4 hits. Derek Miller will lead things off, and it's time for our Dasher Investment Services first pitch here tonight. Gailey will go from the stretch, as he always does. And here is our first pitch of tonight's game. It's right over for a called strike, and we are underway. It'll be a 6:37 first pitch time. 71 degrees tonight. The 0-1, and a fastball misses high. Miller hitting at .310. He's got a 10-game hitting streak, which includes the game-tying homer in the 9th against York on Sunday in Texas. Swings here, skies it to right. Jared Mitchell drifting back. He'll have room. He waits. He gloves it very nonchalantly on the front of the warning track, and that's how our game begins. Skeeters are in their royal blue jerseys tonight and hats. Gray pants. The Revs going with their football-style whites with the shoulder stripes. Here's Anthony Jansanti, who, man, if not for an injury that cost him 7 games. Here's the pitch from Gailey, and it missed outside. He might be the talk of the league. He's 2nd in the league in hitting at .366. Has a 12-game hitting streak with 8 multi-hits on the streak. He drives this one high in the air, right center. Witherspoon after it. It's deep, but he's going to have room onto the track as Witherspoon makes the grab in front of the WellSpan Health logo on the right center LED board.
Well, if you were not with us for the pregame show, the flag is blowing out to right center field. The first 2 outs in the game through the air, and they certainly had some carry on them. both to the track, and neither one hit particularly well.
At 2 down, and here is the man who will be asked to fill the void left by Jeremy Barfield. Andy Wilkins hitting third, and he takes upstairs. Wilkins hitting .297, tied for second in the league with 8 home runs. And 1 behind Barfield. Pitch is over for a strike, breaking ball. And it's a 1-1 count. And Barfield had 9 before being picked up. Wilkins with the 8. Pitch is swung on and missed. Fastball, he rips right through it. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Wilkins, the last 9, hitting .433 with 5 home runs in those 9. It's the 1-2. And a called third strike. Fastball on the outside corner at 90 miles an hour. And Frank Gailey with a 1-2-3 top half of the first. We played a half inning tonight. It's the Skeeters nothing and the Revs coming up.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
What's better than a food and beer festival? How about a free food and beef festival on the best lawn in town? Saturday, June 3rd at 11 a.m. It's Brews and Skews, presented by York Traditions Bank. Party in the outfield where the York Revolution play and enjoy skewered foods, 16 varieties of craft brews, music, and entertainment for all ages. There's even a cornhole tournament. That's Brews and Skews, the free party at People's Bank Park on Saturday, June 3rd. Get all the details at brewsandskews.com.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
And that's a way to bring us back from break. Cannonball Charlie pulls the trigger. Revs come to bat here in the bottom of the first inning, a scoreless game. Right-hander Bobby Blevins for Sugar Land, 2-1 with a 5.93 ERA, 7 outings, 3 starts, 27 and a third innings, 36 hits. Opponents have hit .310, 18 strikeouts to 9 walks. Now we'll see Derek Robinson in the leadoff spot here tonight. May shaking it up a little bit. Leads off for the 4th time this season, but the way he's hit of late, you wonder if he might get a little longer look than just a game here, a game there. First pitch tonight from Blevins is inside. Robinson up to .274, and over the last 6 games hitting .400 with 3 doubles, 5 driven in, 5 walks, 3 runs scored. This is the 1-0. And he fouls it back into the net. Revs face Blevins in his last start. That was Friday night in Sugar Land. They beat him 6-5. 4 2/3 innings, 6 runs, 5 earned. They had 11 hits off him. Pitch and a fastball in for a strike. Played him tonight is Calvin Baker, Silvio Martinez at first, Chris Engstrand at third base. Blevins looking over the tip of his glove, winds above his head, pauses, comes home, and runs it inside, 2-2. The lights are on here from the beginning tonight. Some blue skies around, but partial cloud cover. Now the 2-2, and a swing and a pop-up foul out of play, third base side. Loss on Friday, Blevins' first of the year. Pitch to him, and a line drive to center field and a base hit. Derek Robinson scalds it up the middle, and a good start for the offense tonight. Was 2 for 3 off Blevins last week. He greets him with a hard line single to jumpstart tonight's offense. Rebs the last 8 as a team hitting .295, which compared to their overall .255 is quite the jump. Here's Ryan Dent. They've loved him hitting second. First pitch is just inside. Overall, he's at .260 and has a hit in 7 of his last 8, coinciding with moving to second in the order in large part. Hitting .313 the last 8 with 8 runs. The 1-0, and that missed inside, so he'll have a hitter's count.
And you have to think with Tejeda so hot that Dent inserted in front of him gets Dent a lot of good pitches to hit, and he's certainly taking advantage, really driving the ball a lot better.
Robinson the lead at first. Scott holds him. The 2-0, and a foul back into the net. Had a good rip. Blevins might have gotten away with fastball toward the center there. It is Fright Night here at the stadium. Trick or treat, Halloween in May, and Dent's headshot. Well, they didn't even Photoshop it. They just put a skeleton. They put clip art on the board. Throw to first. Robinson dives back. Derek with 5 steals, tied for the team lead with Witherspoon. Blevins the stretch. Long hold. And the 2-1. Robinson fakes going, and a rip caught at third on the fly. They go to second and now to first, and Robinson doubled up. And he wasn't sure. He was halfway to second. He thought it was short hop, but based on Chris Engstrand said it was caught on the fly. It would have been a double play either way. It goes 5-4-3 on the line out. A line drive, 5-4-3 double play. Boy, it's a good thing there weren't 2 runners on. Here's Isaiah Tejeda. Tejeda 6th in the league in hitting at .318, 6 homers. First pitch is a fastball in for a strike, up in the zone. Had him moving his arms up. Is that a Jason mask they photoshopped on him?
I don't know what a Jason mask is, so possibly.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I'm old. There's the 0-1. And a swing and a miss on a fastball.
What is it?
It's from the Scream movie series, which, quite frankly, was most of those, or some of those were before my time as well, but it's the 0-2 from Blevins, breaking ball, and Tejeda trying to check. He's rung up on the appeal down at first base, and he stands there with one hand on his hip, looking down at Silvio Martinez, who rings him up, and that'll end the bottom of the first inning. So it started with promise. In fact, 2 balls that were torched, but they end up down in order. No runs on a hit. We go to the second, no score.
We were with you when you were struggling with the challenges of being a young athlete, before the challenges of keeping fit while working 9 to 5, and long before Pilates and Zumba were even a thing.
Flying feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes outfitted you as a young athlete. When you slipped into a new sport practically every season, you learned a lot, and you grew strong. Now that you're an adult, why stop? Flying Feet has the brands and the styles that will increase your performance no matter how you choose to maintain your fitness. Just like when you were a kid, when you shop Flying Feet, you know you'll walk away with the best fit and natural comfort. Flying Feet stocks fitness shoes and all kinds of fitness gear. So, what do you do these days? Trail walking? Working out on the track, on the street, in the gym? Sign up for exercise classes like Pilates, Zumba, or need shoes for weightlifting? It doesn't matter what you're into, you can always count on Flying Feet. It's the one sportswear specialty store that's truly ageless. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
The force is strong with the York Revolution this Saturday, May 27th, as People's Bank Park hosts Star Wars Night, featuring a custom jersey auction presented by LifePath Christian Ministries. Grab your lightsaber and Ewok and join the Revs for a night of costumed characters, on-field lightsaber battles, Star Wars movie clips, and more. Plus, after the game, the skies light up with an inside-the-park fireworks display set to the Star Wars soundtracks and presented by AAA Southern Pennsylvania. That's Star Wars Night this Saturday. Get tickets at YorkRevolution.com.
For local sports on your smartphone, search WOIK at the App Store.
No score. We head to the second inning. Frank Gailey, a 1-2-3 first. He will face Kevin Ahrens leading things off for Sugar Land here in the second. It's his 8th game played since being acquired by the Skeeters. Trade for a player to be named later. Hitting .286 with Sugar Land, .309 overall. First pitch from Gailey is outside. Ahrens tied for the league lead with 13 doubles, has 3 home runs. It's the 1-0, and that misses down and in. I want to say hello and congratulations to Dr. Genevieve Millett for graduating with her doctorate in psychology from Widener University. There's a breaking ball over for a strike. Congratulations. That message delivered from Frank earlier today. So glad you can tune in, and congrats. Here's a foul back against the screen, 2-2. One of Frank's fans. It's from that area toward Philly and Conshohocken. The 2-2. And a line drive toward left center, slicing back, but it's going to get down for a hit in front of Witherspoon. You had Ahrens shaded the other way, and Ahrens dumps it in for the leadoff single. Bring up Travis Scott. Scott, the former Rev, stands in at .267, 3 homers, 17 driven in. Has struggled of late, but as Gailey lobs one to first, he has often been a difficult out for his former team. First pitch, fastball, it's a called strike. No score here in the top of the second tonight. And the pitch, swinging a foul back off the netting. Gailey, who went to Westchester University himself. From Division II, drafted by the Blue Jays 23rd round in 07. And a move to first, back standing is Ahrens. Frank to the belt, 0-2, and it breaks way outside, trying to get Scott to commit. Revs defense behind Frank tonight. Robinson in left, Witherspoon center, Mitchell in right. The infield with Dent at third, Franco short, Casilla second, Burgess first. It's the 1-2, and a fly ball, center field. Witherspoon eyeing it up. backpedaling a few strides, under it waiting, and squeezes. Gailey's gotten 3 fly balls hit fairly well into the outfield, but all have been caught. And it's interesting, Matt, the wind seems to be going out tonight. You probably would not prefer fly balls if you had a choice, but he's gotten 3 of his 4 outs in that fashion. Now we'll see the debut of Ryan Jackson. He's in there at shortstop tonight. Just added today. First pitch is a called strike, inside corner. Gailey thought he wasn't going to get it. Delayed call played on Calvin Baker.
And he came from a team with possibly the best name in minor league baseball, the New Orleans Baby Cakes.
Pitch, and it breaks down and in, 1-1. I wonder where they came up with that.
It's from those tiny cakes, I know, very descriptive, that associated with Mardi Gras, where they put the little, I forget what it is, but they put a little gem or toy or something inside.
Oh. Like baby cakes. There's a change up down low. 2-1. Yeah, that's... What's their mascot look like?
I don't know them that well.
It's a throw to first. Aaron's diving in. Jackson, a former 5th-round pick of the Cardinals in 09 out of the U.
Well, their mascot looks like a baby with a bat, with the Mardi Gras colors and the trident cap.
It's the pitch. And a fastball just outside, 3-1. That one was close.
And he doesn't really look like a super happy guy.
No, not a pleasant baby, that baby cake.
Nice eye black, though. Good touch there.
It's good for glare. There's a throw over to first. Aarons dives in. Jackson's made it to the majors with the Cardinals and the Angels. Pitch to him. He swings and fouls it off the right edge of the backstop screen. And the count goes full. Well, these two teams know each other well from last weekend, but Jackson is an unknown, just getting here today. Stretch, and the payoff pitch up and in, and he will work a walk in his first plate appearance. Now the Skeeters with 2 on and 1 out, 0-0 here in the second. We'll pause for station identification.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
Frank Gailey, only 7 walks in 6 starts. Did have a season high 3 last time. Prior to that, it was 4 in 5. 2 on here for Albert Cordero. He chops the first one to second. Casilla on the big hop. Oh no, shovels it, and they do get the out at second. Franco had it, it fell out of his glove, but Chris Engstrand, the base ump, saying it was on the transfer. Gary Gaetti not so sure is going to come over, but Casilla got there in the big hop. He did have a long flip for Franco, who was trying to rush a turn to first. They do get the out at second. It'll be first and third with 2 down.
Well, good play there by Casilla. He had his momentum going towards first base and flipped it back the other way. And like you said, it was a long flip, but really the only play with his body positioned the opposite way.
So now Gailey will go against Joe Benson with first and third and 2 outs. First offering is up and in. Benson hitting at 202. His last 10, he's been held to a 157 clip. Gailey with the 1-0, and a swing and a foul back over the roof. Trying to keep things scoreless here early on tonight.
By the way, they are tiny plastic babies that are in these baby cakes, so very literal in the naming.
A toy, I hope.
Of course.
It's the 1-1. Fastball right down the chute. There's a called strike.
They were previously the Zephyrs.
It's the 1-2 swing, and he bounces a foul behind home. I had seen a Denver Zephyrs game back in the early 90s when they played at old Mile High Stadium, and then eventually they moved to New Orleans. But I guess that name just didn't do it for them any longer. Not enough hats sold with the Z anymore. Pitch. Breaking ball got him. Swing and a miss. Gailey with the slow hook. He has ended each of his first 2 innings with strikeouts. No runs, 1 hit. He leaves them at the corners. And we've played 1.5 here tonight. Revs and Skeeters scoreless.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local and national sports. The Big Sports Talker also has you covered with news throughout the day. Catch statewide updates on news and sports from Radio PA. Stock reports with Your Money Now, mornings and afternoons. And national news updates every hour from Westwood One. Stay up to date while getting your sports fix all day. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
Your teams all the time. Our only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
No score. We go to the bottom of the second. Michael Burgess will lead things off. Revs with a couple of hard-hit liners in the first inning off Blevins. Robinson singled, but Dent's line drive evidently caught, and it went for a double play. First pitch to Burgess is a little low. It's close. Burgess hitting .276, 5 home runs. He's got 3 of those in his last 6 games played. Pitch to him, and it tad low again, 2-0. He has homered in back-to-back games. Of course, everybody off last night due to the rain. The pitch, and it's over the outer half, change-up strike, 2-1.
And the Skeeters have actually been off the past 2 nights. They played a doubleheader as part of a 3-game set with Somerset, giving them 2 days off.
Next one sails way outside, 3-1.
But still decided to come at the wee hours of the morning.
And they had played 3 doubleheaders in a week. Pitch. And a called strike in. Burgess was flinching back. It'll be a full count. He's got the high socks going tonight. Some sunshine through the shadows from behind the mound into the plate. one big shadow. Here's the wind and the 3-2. And a liner the other way. Base hit to left. So Burgess stays short to it and cracks a line single the other way. His home run the other night went to the opposite field. And he's got power to all fields. A lot of teams want to play him to pull, but he can hit it all over.
And I think he's best when he does go the opposite way. Last homestand had a double off the top of the wall and left. Like you said, his home run the other night to left center. And that one just slapped it the other way.
Here's Angel Franco now. First pitch, fastball is in for a strike. They have photoshopped him to be a mummy on the video board. Franco at 297. 0-1 from Blevins. He swings, broke his bat, loops it. It's foul, and Aarons won't get to it. Lands on a hop as he grabs it on the bounce, racing across the line. Franco with hits in 8 of his last 9, hitting .361 in the last 9. Franco with new lumber as he makes his way to the plate. Grabs a leadoff single in each of the first 2 innings. Now Blevins set at the letters and delivers, and a swing and a pop-up. Shallow center field. Derek Miller coming in. He'll call off the second baseman Jan Santee, and in shallow right center puts it away, 1 down. We had seen Blevins with Long Island. He's a familiar name in the league. He had some good seasons there, but last year not one of them. 2-12 with a 5.51 ERA for the Ducks. Former 13th round pick of the Dodgers in 07, a Syracuse native. Here's Travis Witherspoon. First pitch is swung on and missed. Fastball at 91 in. As the sun brightens. The video board has made him out to be a devil. We're in this Halloween in May night. It's the 0-1. Breaking ball. He foul tips it, bouncing behind the plate. Blevins, a 6-foot righty, 32 years old. Made it to AAA in 2010 with the Dodgers. With the Albuquerque Isotopes, was that on that list, Matt, of best minor league team names?
It was.
Now he nods yes. The stretch. 0-2, and a breaking ball, line to left field, and there's a hit for Witherspoon. So the Revs with 4 hard hit balls and 3 singles here from the first 6 hitters, and Spoon with a hit in 7 of his last 8. Came in hitting .433 the last 7.
And I've noticed that when he really hits the ball hard, he's leaning over home plate, and oftentimes coaches talk about having balance in the box, but I think even when he's leaning a little bit, what it does is it keeps his head in there as he watches it deep.
Well, another good piece of hitting from him. 2 on with 1 out for Casilla, and he swings, bounces one softly at first. Scott away from the bag to glove it, turns and flips back to Blevins, who got on the bag ahead of Casilla covering. 2 down, both runners move up. And it'll be second and third for, who's this man? All clean shaven. Joel Guzman coming up. The beard is gone. Said he's trying to change it up. Maybe a little superstition going. Polo jokingly said that's Salvador Paniagua, who was always clean-shaven.
They need to update his headshot.
Yeah.
Doesn't match.
Casilla, by the way, was a cartoon ghost on the video board tonight. Joel is just that scary-looking presence with the beard. Intimidating. First pitch is down and away.
Looks like he has a big scar on one side of his face, though.
Oh, you're right. That might have been added on. Guzman at 227, couple of home runs. DHing tonight. Blevins steps off. He's got a scar like the Ottawa Senators head coach. Pitch to Goose, he grounds it to third, and up with it cleanly is Kevin Aarons. He'll throw it across to first, and that'll end the inning. Now the Revs unable to cash in just yet. A couple more hard-hit balls, though, and good contact against Blevins here early on the night. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left, and we'll go to the third, no score.
Take it from me, guys. You want to make life happier? Your wife wants a nicer lawn. The kind of lawn you see on Home and Gardens and Martha Stewart. Here's a hint. You're not alone. Call your pals at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. They've got a way with lush lawns that the ladies like. And as you know, happy wifey, happy hubby. Winky face. Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. World-class care right in your backyard. 717-292-9994.
This Sunday, join the York Revolution in a salute to veterans at People's Bank Park. Gates open at noon, and all veterans receive free tickets to the 1 p.m. game. Plus, Pittsburgh Steelers legend and U.S. Army veteran Rocky Blyer will join the pregame ceremony and sign autographs. Help the Revolution honor the heroes of our community: Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard. Join us for the salute to veterans this Sunday beginning at noon. Honoring our heroes with family and friends, that's Revs time.
Can you sit up, little guy? There you go. What a big boy. Whoa! Every time he grabs my maple donut, it pulls him over to one side. But he keeps on grabbing at it. Whoop, there he goes again. Wait, let's see how this works. Here you go, little dude. Here's another maple donut. Can you grab it? Well, there you have it, folks. Charlie's right. A balanced baby needs a maple donut in each hand.
Maple donuts taste right.
York Sports on your mobile device or online at WOYK1350.com.
No score. We head to the third inning here tonight. Wilfredo Rodriguez up for Sugar Land. First pitch fastball is across for a strike. He's the K-man tonight and DHing. Of their 3 catchers, 1 is catching, 1's DHing, 1's at first. Pitch is inside, a ball. Rodriguez at 273 in 7 games played. It's the 1-1, and a breaking ball just missed away. Trying to plop that one up at 68. We have seen Sugar Land in situations like this before with having to use multiple catchers. I'm sure that flying does not help. Pitch is swung on and missed. Fastball at 90 up, and Rodriguez couldn't catch up to it. I'm sure every team scrambles to get replacements. And when you're about to leave to a different coast, there's the 2-2. And it misses down and in, full count. Sure it could be a challenge. 9-1 and 2 due up. Gailey to the belt. And the payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. Muzstick served up. Rodriguez looks back and has an argument, but Frank Gailey with his 3rd strikeout of the night. He painted the corner at the knees. With 1 down, we go to the top of the order, and Derek Miller Slide to right his first time. Pitch from Gailey, a swing and a pop foul, straight back. Skeeters with 1 hit, 1 walk the first time through. Revs with 3 hits here in the early going. It's the 0-1, and a swing and a pop-up coming straight back. And well, lands somewhere over to our right, in front of the press box. Couldn't quite see it around these bricks, but no dive from you, Matt? No diving attempt? Oh, we're good. Thanks, Liz.
As a result of me not diving. We are good.
That's right. Gailey the 0-2, and he missed down low, dropping down on it. Josh Prince had been leading off for Sugar Land, but he's banged up. It's the 1-2, and a swing and a fly ball to center. Had Miller out on his front foot. Witherspoon's there waiting and makes the grab. And Miller's flied out twice tonight. That breaking ball had him a little off balance.
And coaches talk about you getting power from your lower half, and that play really illustrates it. He really squared that up on the barrel, but because his stride was early and his weight out in front, he was not able to hit it all that well.
Well, 2 down now, and Anthony Jansanti stands in. He flied out to deep center his first time. First pitch is swung on, skied to right, and Jared Mitchell's got this one lined up, coasting to his left. Now a couple side steps back, and he'll put it away. 1-2-3, top of the 3rd inning for Frank Gailey, who picks up right where he left off at Peoples Bank Park here early on tonight. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, no score.
Having the gang over to watch the game? Keep them happy with great BestJet products from your neighborhood SureSave markets. Football fans, hockey fans, basketball fans, everyone's a fan of game day party planners with $18.93 deli items. BestJet hot dogs go great with BestJet kettle cooked chips. Or serve up a couple BestJet Rising Crust pizzas with 12 packs of BestJet soda. Throw the best game day party ever with BestJet products. Shop Savills Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford and East York, Wetzel's in Glenrock, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
At Life Path Christian Ministries, members of our community come to us in need of support systems. We serve the single mother with 3 kids who needs a place to stabilize, the teenager whose mom and dad are working 2 jobs and are not home at night, the young man who never found the right family to love and care for him as he was passed through the foster care system, the Iraq War veteran who is dishonorably discharged and still struggles to break free from alcohol. Although each of these situations is different, the common thread that runs within them is the unmet need. Through love and understanding, and with the support of people like you, Life Path Christian Ministries is able to meet those needs every day. For more information on how you too can make an impact, visit online at lifepathyork.org or give us a call at 717-845-7662. Again, that's 845-7662.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
No score. Revs come to bat here in the bottom half of the 3rd. And Jared Mitchell will kick things off. 3 hits, 4 rockets hit by the Revs against Blevins early on. More video board fun here on Halloween night. First pitch of the inning is over for a strike from Blevins. Mitchell was a ninja there for a moment. This is the wind, and Blevins the 0-1. And a swing and a pop-up foul coming back and out of play. Followed by Robinson and Dent. Revs, as we mentioned, 11 hits off Blevins a week ago tonight. It's been 7 days. And now he rocks into his wind, old school style, fires home, and paints the outside, a backdoor cutter. And Mitchell called out on strikes, one away. A perfect pitch. Well, Blevins with his second strikeout. It's Derek Robinson back at the top of tonight's order. Now what's that on his headshot?
I don't know. A goon?
Green cartoon mask. Blevins' first pitch is inside. Blevins doing a couple of different things with the tempo and how he brings his arms back. Pitch is swung on and missed. Good rip from Robinson, who hit a sharp single to center in the first.
The other thing I've noticed about the Blevins delivery is he starts with his feet back before his hand is on the baseball.
It's the 1-1. And a swing and a loop to shallow center, and that'll get in. Robinson 2 for 2. Out of the leadoff spot tonight, and now 10 for his last 22. A one-out single on the bloop in center. Now Ryan Dent coming up next. Dent smoked one to third in the first inning, but went for the double play. Ruled to be on the line drive catch, but it was very questionable right against the dirt.
Would have been two either way.
Yeah. And Robinson will draw a throw, diving back.
And the other thing we haven't seen yet with Dent in the two-hole that I'd like to see is some hit and run. Especially with Robinson there on at first. Dent, a good contact hitter.
This bat would be a great time for it. And there he goes. Pitch is low. It's a steal attempt. Throw down off the glove of Jan Santi, and it pops away. He reached down as quickly as he could and came up really trying to sell the call, and then realized, oops, I didn't have it. And I think Robinson would have been in anyway. Head first dive. He's got his 6th steal. Takes over the team lead. So he's at second for Dent. He has a 1-0 count. Pitch was low. One out here in the bottom of the third. Blevins deals, and a fastball. He watches it into the glove, around knee high for a strike. Dent squatting down, wasn't 100% convinced of it. Blevins ready. Look back at Robinson, the 1-1, and it breaks low and outside. Last year, Blevins had gone to Mexico for a bit and then returned to Long Island. Tough year with the Ducks last season, as we mentioned. Here's the 2-1, and a ground ball near the line and fair down the third base line. Robinson around third will score easily, and Ryan Dent into second, standing with an RBI double. 1-0 York here in the bottom of the third. Dent with his 4th double in the last 5 games. And he hits it hard again. Right past the dive of Aarons and all the way into the left field corner. Now the Revs have struck first. Dent continues to hit it to all fields. He's had some opposite field hits, but also some right down that third base line here on this recent surge. Here's Tejeda, who struck out on a check swing in the first. Blevins a look back twice at Dent. Pitch to Tejeda. He swings, drives it to right field. Benson started in, now has to back up. He will catch it. Dent will tag from second. He scampers down to third as the throw comes into second base. And he's at third with 2 outs for Michael Burgess. The sun's setting. Off to the left field side. Benson looking right into it. No problem making that grab. But the shadow's getting long and the outfield brightly lit at the moment. Now here's Burgess, who singled to left in his first at bat. And Blevins will go from the full windup. First pitch, changeup missed away. Blevins the windup, 1-0. And it breaks inside, a slider, and Burgess with a good hitter's count. Blevins 3 years ago had a 9-5 season with Long Island, 2.95 ERA and 27 starts. There's the 2-0, and a fastball outside corner for a strike. But last year, just 2-12. It was his third season with Long Island, spending a good bit of time there, a couple of years where he arrived there late in the season as well. Pitch to Burgess, a big swing and a miss, as he was trying to clobber that fastball but came up empty. 2-2. A run home, Dent at third with 2 outs. The Revs a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. Blevins, the overhead windup, the kick, the 2-2, and a called third strike. Fastball in, and Burgess didn't like it. That'll end the inning, but the Revs have struck first tonight with a run on 2 hits. 1 left. We go to the 4th. Matt Present with the play-by-play. Revs on top, 1-0.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Coatman. Coatman Kunkel Insurance. Hey Revs fans, now's your chance to win big with the Revs and Shipley Energy. This season, during every home game at Peoples Bank Park, it's the all-new Shipley Energy Grand Slam inning. Each game, 1 inning will be designated, and 1 name will be selected as the contestant. If the Revs hit a Grand Slam that inning, you could win $5,000. To enter, stop by Fan Services and fill out your form, or enter via the York Revolution app or YorkRevolution.com. Sign up today and win big with the Revs and Shipley Energy this season.
What's more exhilarating than playing $100,000 Club with top prizes of $100,000? Winning. On the spot. Yeah! So if you can't wait to win, then don't wait to play $100,000 Club, the new scratch-off from the Pennsylvania Lottery, for a chance to win up to $100,000 on the spot. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Keep on scratching. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Andy Wilkins to lead off. The top of the 4th, Frank Gailey back to work. A 3-up, 3-down 3rd inning. First pitch on the way, popped up, foul out of play for strike 1. Wilkins, Aarons, and Scott do up here in the top of the 4th. A 1-0 lead for the Revs. On an RBI double down the left field line by Ryan Dent last half inning. Gailey sets and the 0-1 to Wilkins. Just high, close pitch. Tejeda snapping the wrist down, trying to get the call at the letters, but Calvin Baker behind the plate tonight did not agree. 1 ball and 1 strike. Gailey deals 1-1, line drive to second, caught above the dirt by Casilla. He shows the first base umpire Silvio Martinez just to make sure. Martinez pumps the fist, and there's out number one. Casilla making sure of it after earlier on in the game, Aaron's at third caught a liner right off the dirt, and he wasn't sure. He threw to second before eventually doubling off Robinson as Aaron's now is at the plate, and the first pitch, fastball, misses outside. Gailey dropping the arm down, and that runs off the plate. Aaron's a single his first time up. The pitch on the way, line drive, left field, base hit. Kevin Aarons is 2 for 2, and he has both hits on the afternoon for the Skeeters. Single to left in the second, now or to center, I should say, in the second, and now a single to left. So that brings up Travis Scott. As we mentioned, one of 3 catchers in the lineup today for Gary Gaetti. Scott playing first base in the pitch on the way. Line drive center field. Spoon coming on. He's not going to get there. It's going to land on a hop. Stopping at second base is Aaron's. Back-to-back singles here with one away for the Skeeters. Scott got that one off the fist a little bit. And Witherspoon in center. Didn't have a chance as it sunk quickly. So here comes Ryan Jackson in an RBI spot, his first game here with the Skeeters. Got signed, I assume, last night before hopping on that 2 a.m. bus to the airport. First pitch to Jackson, that's up and in, ball 1. So I'm sure a very hectic 24 hours for the newcomer, former major leaguer. Gailey sets, checks second, and now comes home, and Jackson fouls it straight back to the screen. Jackson with the Cardinals system, a 5th-round draft pick in 2009. A career .270 hitter in the minors. Gailey sets and fires, and the pitch is up and in, ball 2. Jackson has played in 42 big league games, 20 for St. Louis and 22 for the Angels. Now in Sugar Land, the 2-1 pitch on the way, breaking ball down and in, ball 3. So Gailey falling behind really for the first time all night. Did have a walk. That was Ryan Jackson's first plate appearance, and now Jackson a ball away from doing it again. Middle of the infield looking to turn 2 here, 1 away. Top of the 4th. Gailey sets and time is called. Jackson felt as though Frank was taking a little too long and steps out. The righty Jackson against the lefty Gailey. And now Gailey fires, swing and a miss. High fastball, and Jackson cut through it. Now it's a full count, 3-2. Gailey this season has done better against righties than lefties. Righties hit .231 off Frank, while lefties, smaller sample size, but .429. The payoff pitch to Jackson, fouled away, first base side. Gailey leads the league with 5 wins, 5th in the Atlantic League with a 2.91 ERA. Leans in for a sign from Tejeda, and now sets. The 3-2 one more time to Jackson, lifted in the air, pretty well hit left field. Witherspoon on the run, going back, Robinson, that one is out of here. Ryan Jackson in his first game as a Skeeter, a 3-run shot to left center, and Sugar Land is on top. It's 3-1. A good at bat. He worked the count full, fought off a pitch, and then got one middle in. and drove it out in front of the merry-go-round. So here's Albert Cordero, switch hitting catcher, batting from the right side. First pitch from Gailey, fastball popped up, right field, tailing towards the line. Mitchell back a few steps now, has a play, and makes the catch for out number 2. So a 2 away here for Joe Benson, the right fielder. Benson, a strikeout victim his last time up. Long hair coming out of his helmet, and the first pitch on the way, a fastball, tails outside, ball 1. Just past shoulder length for Benson, who wears the high socks. White stripes on the blue. And the pitch on the way, line drive, foul and out of play, right side. Gailey staring in. Benson was taking time out of the box. Frank trying to push the pace here in the 4th. Pitch on the way, fastball for a called strike. Actually, maybe a changeup on the outside corner, 71 on the gun. Gailey ahead, 1-2. Frank, his 5th win last time against the Skeeters. The 1-2 pitch on the way, line drive right field. Mitchell back on it towards the track, it's turned around and it's off the wall. Mitchell chases it down as it took the carom. Coasting into second base with a 2-out double is Joe Benson to keep the inning alive. Wind seemed to really play an effect on that one. Mitchell started back over his left shoulder, then at the last minute turned back over his right shoulder, and it was off the wall in the fly. And Gailey, who gave up just 1 hit in his first 3 innings of work, has given up 4 hits here in the 4th. Here's Wilfredo Rodriguez, the DH, batting 9th. On the pitch from Gailey, fastball up and away, ball 1. Rodriguez, a .273 hitter, 1 home run, a run driven in. And the 1-0 pitch, slider stays away, ball 2. Sun beginning to set here at Peoples Bank Park on a beautiful night for baseball. Pitch on the way, and there's a strike, 2-1 as Gailey hits the outside edge. Rodriguez, a strikeout victim his last time up. 7th round draft pick by the Colorado Rockies in 2012, and the pitch on the way, lined over the glove of Burgess and fair down the right field line. Coming around third is Benson. He will score standing, and into second base with a 2-out RBI double is Wilfredo Rodriguez. Back-to-back doubles and a 4-1 Skeeters lead. And now Fletch will spend a visit. Five hits in the inning now. 2 away though. Line drive to Casilla at second and a fly out to Mitchell in right. Gailey gave up a season high 10 hits against Sugar Land down in Texas, but did earn the win. Also a season high 5 earned runs, but got the benefit of his teammates putting 10 on the board in that one. The Revs and Skeeters each winning 2 in the 4-game set. York the first game and the 3rd game. Sugar Land the 2nd and the 4th. Back to the top of the order now, it's Derek Miller. Center fielder goes with a batting glove on his bottom left hand, but nothing on his top one. The pitch on the way from Gailey under the hands, ball 1.
Miller 0 for 2, a couple of flyouts, one to right in the first and then one to center in the third. Witherspoon playing him a step to pull, and the pitch on the way. Breaking ball over for a strike at the letters. 1-1. Miller a .310 average coming into play. 3 homers, 14 runs knocked in. Gailey sets and delivers. Breaking ball, check swing. It's in there for a called strike anyway. 1-2. Miller riding a 10-game hitting streak. Batting at the top of this order. 2 down, 1-2 the count. Pitch from Gailey, fastball, popped him up. Second base, Casilla calling for it, waiting for it to come down, and it finally does for out number 3. But a 4-run inning for the Skeeters. A home run from Ryan Jackson, scored 3, and then an RBI double by Wilfredo Rodriguez, got the 4th run home in the inning. And the Skeeters lead it 4-1, heading to the bottom of the 4th on 1350 WOYK.
Need material handling equipment for your company's busy season? Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment offers a full line of rental equipment to keep you operating at maximum efficiency. Forklifts from 3,000 to 15,000 pound capacity, narrow aisle reach trucks and order pickers, electric pallet jacks, scissor lifts, and forklift clamp attachments. Daily, weekly, and monthly terms available. Call today at 888-383-LIFT. That's 888-383-5438. And check us out online at midatlanticindustrial.com.
At LifePath Christian Ministries, members of our community come to us in need of support systems. We serve the single mother with 3 kids who needs a place to stabilize, the teenager whose mom and dad are working 2 jobs and are not home at night, the young man who never found the right family to love and care for him as he was passed through the foster care system, the Iraq War veteran who was dishonorably discharged and still struggles to break free from alcohol. Although each of these situations is different, the common thread that runs within them is the unmet need. Through love and understanding, and with the support of people like you, LifePath Christian Ministries is able to meet those needs every day. For more information on how you too can make an impact, visit online at lifepathyork.org or give us a call at 717-845-7662. Again, that's 845-7662.
Follow York Sports on your Android. Search Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the 4th we go here at Peoples Bank Park. 4-1, Sugar Land on top. Franco, Witherspoon, Casilla due up for the Revs here in their home half. 2 switch hitters with Witherspoon, the righty, in between them, and Franco stands in from the left side against Bobby Blevins. Blevins over the head with the wind and the pitch on the way. Fastball right there, strike 1. The Revs with 5 hits through their first 3 innings, and the pitch on the way. Change up off the plate away. A ball and a strike to count. Franco's been red hot of late, batting .400 over his last 5. And the pitch on the way ran inside. Franco backs out of the way. It's 2-1. The left half of the field in shadows, the right half with sun at a low angle, blistering across, and the pitch is popped up foul and out of play. I would imagine Benson in right and Jansanti over there at second will be battling it for the next 20 to 30 minutes or so until it goes down over Arch Street. The 2-2 pitch to Franco, swing and a miss. He tied him up. Franco set down on strikes, 4th strikeout victim of the night for Bobby Blevins. That brings up Travis Witherspoon, another guy who's been hot of late. Singled his first time up, a line drive to left field.
corners and a couple steps for the Skeeters in the first pitch. Travis fouls it off right side and out of play. Got jammed a little on the inner half and didn't quite get his hands around in time. Blevins sets, winds, and delivers 0-1. Breaking ball down and away. Blevins 6 feet, 200 pounds, from Syracuse, New York. Went to Lemonet College, not far from Syracuse. The pitch on the way, outside. 2-1 the count. And in college, racked up 319 strikeouts in 333 innings. The 2-1 pitch to Spooney inside. He leans back and out of the way. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Correction, 3 balls and 1 strike to count now to the Revs center fielder. The 3-1 pitch on the way, chopped foul down the third base line. And now the count is full. In his minor league career, 4 seasons in the Los Angeles system, the Angels, that is, a 2-12 record. And the pitch on the way, popped up, foul and out of play left side. Or rather, a 20-30 record for Blevins and a 4.32 ERA. The 2-12 record was with Long Island in 2016. The payoff pitch to Witherspoon. And he watches it down and away, ball 4. Good at bat there, and a 1-out walk. So that brings up Alexi Casilla, playing his second game here with the Revs. He was our pregame guest tonight. He bats now with 1 away and Witherspoon on at first. Throw to first and a step and a dive back to the bag. Alexi, a switch hitter, batting left against the righty Bobby Blevins. Blevins sets, checks first, and now comes home. It's a pitch out, nothing doing. Blevins this season yet to work too deep into a game. Has gone 5+ innings twice, once against Southern Maryland, 5 2/3. Another check on Witherspoon, and he's back in safely. And then 2 starts ago against Lancaster, he went 5 innings. Those are his 2 wins, so if he doesn't go 5, he has yet to register a victory. 1-0 the count. And the pitch to Casilla. Watches a changeup away, it's 2-0. Alexi last season was with Buffalo, the AAA affiliate of the Blue Jays, and he takes a strike outside corner at the knees. Looked a little low, but he gets the call, does Blevins. 2-1. Witherspoon inching his lead over there at first. And a throw to first and a step and a dive back. And if that is indeed Blevins' best move, which certainly the best we've seen in a few chances, Witherspoon can probably get a half a step further because he's been back every time. We've seen a pitch out as well. Witherspoon runs, the pitch on the way. It's a hit and run, a ground ball to second base. Up with it is Jansanti, and on to first gets Casilla. Witherspoon into second safely with 2 down. So that brings up Joel Guzman in an RBI spot. First time this season hitting in the 8-hole, but in this situation, a similar spot that you'd want if he were in the 4-hole. Get the runner home from second base. Righty against righty. Blevins kicks and fires. Fastball outside corner, strike one. Guzman waves the bat over home plate. Trying to break out of a slump. He's just 2 for his last 17. Pitch on the way. Line drive opposite way, and that'll get out of play. So with Guzman struggling of late, Constanza was in the leadoff spot playing DH as opposed to left field a lot in the last several games. Tonight, Constanza the night off, and Guzman lower in the lineup with Derek Robinson in the leadoff spot. 0-2 to Joel, 2 down. Runner at second is Witherspoon. Pitch on the way, outside. Backhand stop by the catcher Cordero. Blevins starting to slow his pace with Witherspoon out at second base. He's up to 63 pitches now through 3 2/3. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count to Guzman. Pitch on the way. Blooper back of second into right field, but it hangs up long enough for Benson to come in and make the grab and retire the side. The wind kept it up in the air just long enough for the right fielder who got a good read, and Witherspoon is left stranded at second base. We head to the 5th, 4-1 Skeeters in front on the Revs Baseball Network.
Did you know that Shipley Energy can take care of all your energy needs? From heating oil and propane to providing your home with electricity and natural gas. We also provide heating and air conditioning service and installation. All of your energy needs are under one roof at Shipley Energy. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com. Call 855-4SHIPLEY and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy. Energy for life.
The force is strong with the York Revolution this Saturday, May 27th, as People's Bank Park hosts Star Wars Night, featuring a custom jersey auction presented by LifePath Christian Ministries. Grab your lightsaber and Ewok and join the Revs for a night of costumed characters, on-field lightsaber battles, Star Wars movie clips, and more. Plus, after the game, the skies light up with an inside-the-park fireworks display set to the Star Wars soundtracks and presented by AAA Southern Pennsylvania. That's Star Wars Night this Saturday. Get tickets at YorkRevolution.com.
Dream big for less with a first mortgage or home equity loan from First Capital Federal Credit Union. Our competitive rates and terms make it so easy to purchase a new home or refinance your existing home. Either way, we've got you covered. Plus, our home equity loans with rates as low as 3.99% APR for 120 months give you the spending power you need for remodeling, education, you name it. For more information, visit us online at firstcapitalfcu.com. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
Frank Gailey back to work, top of the 5th. Anthony Jansanti will get things going for the Skeeters. 2-hole hitter playing second base in the first pitch on the way. Fastball catches the outside edge for strike one. Gailey once again trying to battle through, keep his team in this game against the Skeeters. They've hit him hard in his 2 outings. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Splitter there, and Jansanti out in front. In Gailey's first 5 starts of the season, he allowed just 23 hits. But last start and this start against the Skeeters, he's allowed 16. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball in and out of the glove of Tejeda. It's a ball down and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. 2 flyouts in the ball game for Jansanti, who's riding a 12-game hitting streak. Gailey ready and delivers, and that fastball tails outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Jansanti an even .500 average in his last 10 games. Righty against lefty, pitch on the way, breaking ball, grounded to short, backhanding it Franco, the long throw across in time for out number 1. Franco waited back on it deep in the hole and delivered an on-target throw to Burgess, 1 up and 1 down here in the 5th. So here comes Andy Wilkins. 8 home runs on the season and 5 of them in the last 9 games. Lefty against lefty. And the first pitch on the way from Gailey. High fly ball, straight away left field. Robinson started back, now comes charging in and gets there in time to put it away for out number 2. Wind may have killed that one a little bit out and left as Robinson started back towards the warning track, but then ended up making the play in about straight away, maybe even a little shallow left field. Nevertheless, it's 2 up and 2 down here in the 5th. 4-1 Sugar Land on top. All 4 runs coming last inning in the 4th. The first pitch on the way to Aarons. In there, strike 1. Aarons coming over in a trade from Lancaster. Pitch on the way, and that's off the plate away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Gailey kicks and fires, and that pitch is a splitter down and away again. 2-1 the count. Aaron's 309 on the season, and the pitch on the way, grounder to third. Back up is Dent. He plays it on 2 hops and fires across. It's a 3 up, 3 down inning for Frank Gailey. Nice job by Frank, bouncing back after allowing 4 last inning. And we head to the bottom of the 5th here at Peoples Bank Park. It's 4-1 Sugar Land on 1350 WOYK.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
This Sunday, join the York Revolution in a salute to veterans at Peoples Bank Park. Gates open at noon, and all veterans receive free tickets to the 1 p.m. game. Plus, Pittsburgh Steelers legend and U.S. Army veteran Rocky Blyer will join the pregame ceremony and sign autographs. Help the Revolution honor the heroes of our community: Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard. Join us for the Salute to Veterans this Sunday beginning at noon. Honoring our heroes with family and friends, that's Revs time.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
9-1-2 for the Revs here in the 5th. Jared Mitchell leads things off. Standing in from the left side. Blevins over the hand, fires to Mitchell, who grounds it sharply right side. That'll get on through into right field. A leadoff single. First pitch he saw. He smashes it past the first baseman, Scott, and he's aboard to start the 5th.
Now, it's been one of those nights early on where the Revs have a lot of hard-hit balls, but not bunched together. It's one here, one there. Sugar Land, the one big inning, and Revs either looking to chip away or start their own big inning at some point.
An unusual single there for Jared Mitchell, who's seen 9 of his 14 hits this year go for extra bases, and now it's Derek Robinson. First pitch to D-Rob, down and in, ball 1. Robinson, a 2-hit game. He's turned it on of late. And for Robinson, his 6th 2-hit game of the year. 1-0, Blevins deals, and Robinson swings and misses. Out in front, 88 on the gun as Blevins caught the outside corner. Robinson also stole a base and came around to score. The only run of the game for the Revs, that in inning number 3. Open stance, the pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Again, he came up empty on a pitch that looked right there. First baseman Scott holding Mitchell on. Big hole on the right side if Robinson can pull one there. Pitch on the way, and that's in tight. 2-2 the count. Robinson, a big Florida Gators fan, had an offer there to go play football. Would have been a cornerback, but instead went the baseball route. But with college baseball getting into conference play, the ACC tournament on, he was still rooting against Florida State pretty big time in the clubhouse the other day. Said that's a rivalry in just about every sport. 2-2 the count. Pitch on the way. He goes the opposite way and fouls it off. Robinson extending his hitting streak to 6 in a row. And could be a very effective leadoff hitter for Mark Mason. The 2-2 pitch, down and in. Ball 3. With a full count and nobody down, we'll see if they decide to put Jared Mitchell in motion from first base.
You were probably rooting against Florida State too, weren't you?
Not particularly.
No.
I think they were playing Miami.
Oh,
no particular interest in that one. I'll be rooting for Maryland tonight in the Big Ten tournament.
Yeah, that's true. It's no longer an ACC rival.
Not anymore. Throw to first and Mitchell back in safely. And I do remember, though, when Maryland was starting to take that next step a few years ago, one of the big turning points, I think, was when they went down to Tallahassee and took a series from the Seminoles. Pitch on the way, Mitchell goes, and it's skied. Middle of the infield, shortstop Jackson coming in towards the pitcher's mound. Mitchell hustles back to first, and Jackson makes the catch. Tries to double off Jared, but he's back just in time. And there's one away.
A good idea. Robinson just got under it. But he worked the count. He's had good at-bats tonight, and you mentioned, Matt, the idea of him potentially being a productive top-of-the-order guy. His on-base percentage coming in tonight 100 points higher than his average, so that's another tip-off. He does find a way to get on in other ways than just using his bat.
So here's Ryan Dent playing third base tonight. Pitch on the way, and he hits it in the air, right center field. This will tail towards right as the wind takes a hold of it, and Benson right there to reach up and glove it for out number 2. So one pitch, and Dent is retired. 2 away here in the 5th. 4-1, Sugar Land on top. The Revs with a run in the 3rd, and Sugar Land answered with 4 in the 4th. And that's where we stand as Tejeda comes to hit. 6th in the league with a .318 average coming into play. He's 0 for 2 in this one. Adjust the batting gloves, then the helmet before digging in against Blevins. Infield plays Tejeda to pull, and the pitch on the way. Inside corner, strike 1. Tejeda waves the bat over home plate. Blevins sets and comes home, and the breaking ball's in beneath the hands of Tejeda. 1 ball and 1 strike. Last season, Tejeda was picked up by the Carolina Mudcats. Certainly has hit well enough this season to make a bid to do the same as he lines this one to straightaway center. Backing up is Miller. Has a play, and he makes the catch to retire the side. So the leadoff single does not come around as Blevins retires the top three hitters in the order and gets out of the fifth. We head to the top of the sixth now with Peoples Bank Park. It's 4-1 Skeeters on 1350 WOYK.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
At Life Path Christian Ministries, members of our community come to us in need of support systems. We serve the single mother with 3 kids who needs a place to stabilize, the teenager whose mom and dad are working 2 jobs and are not home at night, the young man who never found the right family to love and care for him as he was passed through the foster care system, the Iraq War veteran who was dishonorably discharged and still struggles to break free from alcohol. Although each of these situations is different, the common thread that runs within them is the unmet need. Through love and understanding, and with the support of people like you, Life Path Christian Ministries is able to meet those needs every day. For more information on how you too can make an impact, visit online at lifepathyork.org or give us a call at 717-845-7662. Again, that's 845-7662.
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Sun starting to set here at Peoples Bank Park. Revs down by 3. It's 4-1 Sugar Land on top. Travis Scott, Ryan Jackson, Albert Cordero due up here in the 6th. Frank Gailey back out there. The lefty had a bad 4th inning, but the rest of his night very good. In the first pitch on the way, misses down and away, ball 1. Five base runners in the 4th inning, just 2 in the other 4. And the pitch on the way, breaking ball, swing and a miss. Scott out in front, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. Travis a fly out to center field in the 2nd and single to center in the 4th. Pitch on the way, 1-1. It's down and away, ball 2. Sugar Land losers of 3 straight. They were swept by Somerset at home Monday and Tuesday. Pitch on the way, and that bounces in. 3-1 now the count. They lost 10-8 on Monday, and then in a twin bill on Tuesday. A 6-3 defeat followed by a 5-3 defeat. The 3-1 home from Gailey. Scott swings and misses a letter-high fastball, and he could not connect. Count full now, 3-2. And the pitch from Gailey. High fly ball, straight away center field. Witherspoon back on it, still going back on the warning track. He makes the grab for out number 1. A really good read off the bat of Travis Scott as Witherspoon got a good jump and went back and made the catch on a ball that was not hit all that high. A pretty solid line drive. 5 straight retired now for Frank Gailey. So here's Ryan Jackson. So far the difference in this one, a 3-run home run to left center field. His last time up. Pitch on the way, fastball just off the plate, ball 1. Jackson waves the bat. Gailey comes home. And it's a changeup down low, 2-0 the count. Curtis Parch now loosening for the Revs in their right field bullpen. He was supposed to get a start in this series, but with the rain out, the Revs will skip his turn in the rotation. The 2-1 home. And that's a fastball on the outside corner for strike one. So now he moves down to the bullpen and perhaps can back up Gailey tonight and give the rest of the guys down there an additional day off. The 2-1 home to Jackson, breaking ball down and in. And now it's 3-1. Jackson's really made Gailey work in every at-bat. He walked in the second inning. It was a 3-2 pitch that he hit out in the fourth, and now the 3-1 on the way, and it's a line drive towards the gap in left center field. On the run, Robinson, he's not going to get it. It's off the wall, and by the backup man, Witherspoon, coasting into second base with a one-out double is Jackson, and he's reached base in all 3 times up today in his first game with the Skeeters.
I thought the Revs might catch a break with Jeremy Barfield not making the visit, but in steps Ryan Jackson.
Barfield signed by the Red Sox a couple days ago, sent to Double-A. And he was leading the league in home runs with 9. Pitch on the way, breaking ball hit in the air well, deep left field. Cordero with a hold of one, and that one is high off the wall. Coming around to score easily is Jackson. Cordero slipped in between first and second, and now they have him in a rundown. Casilla to Burgess. Burgess back to Casilla. Casilla running him towards first. Tejeda now with it and applies the tag for out number 2. Cordero put on the brakes and tried to go back to first, and he hit the deck. And the Revs catch a break and get an out.
Yeah, his feet completely gave out like he was on ice. Just feet first, and he was laying there. And then good communication from the Revs in the infield. Casilla's at second, watching the throw come into left or from left, so he's relying on those behind him to tell him where to go with it.
Joe Benson, the batter now, and the first pitch to him, up and away, ball 1. So that'll go 7-4 to 3-4 to 2. On the put out for out number 2. Run does come around to score. It's 5-1. And the pitch to Benson outside. Corner for a strike, I should say. Little bit of a delayed call there from Calvin Baker behind the plate. Pitch home from Gailey. Breaking ball, and out in front was Benson. Just got a piece. He's now down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gailey up to 91 pitches now, and with Curtis Parch warming, this likely his last inning of work. 1-2 pitch on the way, breaking ball hit in the air well, deep left field. Robinson turns and looks, and this one is gone. Joe Benson gets a hold of one. Second home run of the night for the Skeeters. And they tack on one more. It's 6-1, and that out on the bases a moment ago takes a run off the board.
Well, they're the league leading team in home runs. It wasn't just Barfield. And tonight just seemed to be too many pitches up from Gailey, just not getting it down the way that he normally does, and Sugar Land made him pay.
And not a night to do that with the wind blowing out, and Mark Mason is going to come and take the ball from Frank Gailey, who goes 5 2/3 innings, gives up 6, and Curtis Parch will enter and try to keep his team in it. His pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts, and as Curtis Parch gets loose, we'll step aside on 1350 WOYK.
You have 2.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The force is strong with the York Revolution this Saturday, May 27th, as People's Bank Park hosts Star Wars Night, featuring a custom jersey auction presented by LifePath Christian Ministries. Grab your lightsaber and Ewok and join the Revs for a night of costumed characters, on-field lightsaber battles, Star Wars movie clips, and more. Plus, after the game, the skies light up with an inside-the-park fireworks display set to the Star Wars soundtracks and presented by AAA Southern Pennsylvania. That's Star Wars Night this Saturday. Get tickets at YorkRevolution.com.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
On air, online, and on your smartphone. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
So Curtis Parch comes on here, top of the sixth rather. Wilfredo Rodriguez, the DH, the first batter he will face with two away, and the first pitch, fastball over for a strike. Parch has been in the rotation of late, or at least making some spot starts. The last time he pitched in relief was April 29th against Somerset in the home opener series. Pitch on the way, fouled off right side and out of play in that one. He earned the save, came in the ninth, allowed 2 hits and a run, but did not allow the lead to slip away, so he got his first save of the season. Since then, he's entered the rotation. 0-2 the count, the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Rodriguez chased the pitch in the dirt, and Curtis Parch comes on and gets the first batter he faces and gets out of the sixth. But the Skeeters do add 2. It's now 6-1 Sugar Land, heading to the bottom of the sixth on 1350 WOYK.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Hey Revs fans, get points for great rewards just by supporting your team through the new Revolution Rewards program. Use the new York Revolution app to receive and earn points for ballpark food, store discounts, stadium tours, and more. Available through the Apple and Google Play stores, the York Revolution app also features team news and exclusive content, contests and promotions for Revolution prizes, online ticket purchases, live game streaming, and more. Download the York Revolution app today. Free stuff by supporting your team? That's Revs time.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
The radio home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Home half of the sixth, Revs trail it by 5. Michael Burgess set to go. Angel Franco, Travis Witherspoon to follow. Blevins back out there. 76 pitches through 5 innings. And he started to go stopped as a bat boy was running behind home plate. Of course, with the bases empty, he can do just about whatever he wants out there, and so no harm, no foul. Now he comes home to Burgess, and the first pitch, changeup in there for strike 1. Burgess, back-to-back days with a home run. Hit one well to left field for a base knock in the second. And the 0-1 pitch on the way, breaking ball out in front, popped it up, and that will drift back and out of play. We would be remiss if we did not acknowledge what has become a buffet up here in the broadcast booth. Thank you to everyone who has dropped by. The various delicacies we now have up here. Not just tonight, but all season long. Very much appreciated. Pitch on the way to Burgess. Line drive down the right field line. That's down for a hit. Burgess will hold up at first as Benson gets to it quickly and fires it back in. But Michael aboard with a leadoff single here to start the sixth. So Angel Franco comes up now. Franco 0 for 2 on the day, a fly out and a strikeout. Now Blevins steps off. He's looking towards first. In the meantime, Trey Haley up and throwing in the left field bullpen for the Skeeters. Perhaps they wanted Scott to play in front of Burgess. He now does, and the pitch on the way, and Franco takes it just off the plate away. So Blevins working into the sixth for the second time this year, and the pitch to Franco. Hit hard on the ground to first, picked on the backhand, stop by Scott. He'll go to second, one, the relay to Blevins. In time, double play. Nice job by the pitcher hustling over, and he just beats Franco to the bag.
That right there is exactly why they wanted him playing in front of Burgess and not holding him. Hit it right at him. And better chance to avoid a big inning, and it turns into a double play. Heady defensive alignment from Sugar Land.
So now Witherspoon bats with the bases empty. Shortstop Jackson towards the hole, and the pitch on the way. Breaking ball hit hard on the ground but foul, third base side. Witherspoon is on base twice today. A single and a walk. Has reached base, or has reached second base both times, I should say, and stranded there on each occasion. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball down and away this time. 1 ball and 1 strike. But Travis starting to come on, and it's a good thing to see after a bit of a slow start to the year. And the pitch on the way, fastball stays up and in. Righty against righty here. Blevins kicks and fires, and that fastball catches the outside edge. Good spot there by Blevins, pitcher's pitch. Last time he worked in a start was also against York, and that one just went 4 2/3 as he misses away. 3 balls and 2 strikes, a full count to Witherspoon. 11 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned in that one, but tonight a different story. Just 1 run on 7 hits, and the pitch on the way is fouled back over the netting. Blevins, in between starts, did make a relief appearance against Somerset and did not fare too well. Worked an inning and 2/3, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. The payoff pitch to Witherspoon. High fly ball, pretty well hit left center field. Wilkins and Miller converging, and in the gap, it'll be Miller to put it away, and that will retire the side. A base hit, but nobody left on the double play ball. Nicely turned 3-6-1 by the Skeeters, and we head to the 7th. Revs trail at 6-1. Darrell Henry will take you home when we come back on 1350 WOYK.
York Mitsubishi is seeing red. Don't miss their Red Tide sale during the Memorial Day sale. Red Tides make pricing easy because you get the bottom line. Buy a new 2017 Outlander Sport, only $17,995. 2017 Mirage G4s, $12,695. America's best price new car. 2017 Mitsubishi Outlanders, Outlander Sports, Mirages, and Lancers come with available 0% financing to qualified buyers. And all new Mitsubishis come with their 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. York Mitsubishi, Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue, York.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Dustin Hawkinsson with the Keystone Sports Network. For the best Penn State football analysis and commentary, listen to Sports Radio 1350 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. and after Revs games for the Keystone Kickoff Show. We'll bring you game reviews, player evaluations, and recruiting news. So for the best in Penn State talk, tune to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK for the Keystone Kickoff Show. Brought to you locally by your neighborhood SureSave Markets.
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head of the seventh, Curtis Parch stays on. It's a 6-1 Sugar Land lead. I would imagine that we'll see Parch start again after the off day at some point. Derek Miller leading off and takes down low. But this is like a side day for Parch, and we'll have him work in the game, and it'll also be more than a week between starts. Would have started Sunday, but that is pushed back or skipped. Here's a chopper toward third, and Gary Gaetti plays it on one bounce. Tomorrow, Steve Janis, the start for York. Sunday is Victor Mateo, and then see what Mason Fletch do after the off day. Skipping Parch would not be an indictment, just the fact that it's still kind of building up. Here's a little tapper, hit softly, tough play. Dent will barehand and hold it. And Derek Miller with an infield hit, a tapper just to the side of the mound into no man's land, and he has an 11-game hitting streak now. Skeeters with their 10th hit of the night. Revs, way too many hits allowed here of late. Mace told us on the pregame about the staggering numbers in the New Britain series of 2 strike hits. But over the last 6 games now, 53 1/3 innings, 80 hits given up. Here's Anthony Jansanti, and he swings, pops a foul up and out of play off to the first base side. He is 0 for 3 tonight. A 12-game hitting streak on the line for him. Online. Revs with 7 hits tonight, but only 1 run. Not able to bunch them together at all. Throw to first, and Miller dives back. He is 5 for 5 in stolen base attempts for Sugar Land. Parch at the letters, delivers, and a slider called strike. Excellent pitch on the outside corner. Jansanti, who hit in the 240s with Bridgeport last year, came in tonight 366. Hits in 18 of his last 19. Runner goes, pitch is slapped the other way. Perfect hit and run into right field, and Miller never slows down. He heads to third. At the corners with nobody out. Casilla over to cover, and Jansanti got a pitch that he could hit on that side and grounds it straight through. Now a 13-game hitting streak right after Miller extended his to 11.
And a great job by the runner, Miller, hopping over the baseball. Good awareness there, looking in as the pitch came, and he was able to avoid being hit and make his way all the way to third.
Jansanti now, over his last 20 games, hitting up near 430. Here's Wilkins now. First pitch is outside. Change up. Revs with lefty Luke Westfall up in the bullpen. Wilkins 0 for 3 tonight. It's the 1-0. And a swing and a miss. Good slider from Parch. Until this inning, the top three in the order had been retired 3 times each. All 3 times it's been 4 through 9 that's done all of the damage. Skeeters with 4 runs in the 4th, 2 in the 6th. Home runs in each inning. The 1-1. And a swing and a miss. Fastball at 94. Down around the knees. Echo. Ryan Jackson, a 3-run homer in the 4th, and then it was Joe Benson with the solo shot last inning. It's the 1-2. And a swing and a miss. A slider down low, and he got Wilkins to chop at it. Came up empty, finishing his swing short. 1 down here in the top of the 7th. Parch had Wilkins fooled. Here's Kevin Ahrens, who's 2 for 3 with a run scored. Matt just ran out of the booth like there was more food being delivered. Parch delivers, and a slider breaks down low. We've got to give Suzanne Rode a shout out for the salsa. Ed Mann for the ice cream. Casey Cody for the dessert treat. It's the pitch. Ooh, look out, in near the hands.
It's been a 3-course meal.
Yeah. A 2-0 count to Ahrens. 1st and 3rd, 1 out of the inning. Here's the stretch. And Parch delivers. Slider just missed inside. Thought that he hooked that one back, but didn't get it. Ahrens, who's from Houston. He's named Player of the Year in high school in the Houston area. It's the pitch. And it missed down and away. He walks on 4 pitches. That'll load him. And Travis Scott coming up, and that's enough for Parch on this side day. So Luke Westfall will come in next. Either that or Mace trying to match up and keep it as close as possible, or some of both. That pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Westfall coming in. Our broadcast tonight also brought to you in part by Wolf's Bus Lines, the Pretzel Twist, Neighborhood Sure Save Markets, Turkey Hill Minute Marts, Etline Foods, and D's Nuts. Now, while we have a moment, we'll check out our WellSpan Sports Medicine Injury Report. The Revs with Chris Cody continuing to try to rehab from the elbow setback, scar tissue that had come up. And Alonzo Harris told you what, Matt, about 3 days away with that oblique?
It was actually a pretty funny discussion. He said he's about 75 or 80% of the way along. And he said the biggest difference from yesterday to today is the fact that he can sneeze and cough painlessly.
Well, that's a good step. Sugar Land with a couple of DLs, Zach Zinicola, reliever, and Lance Zawadski, infielder, who got banged up last weekend when the Revs were there, and Josh Prince day-to-day, but not able to go tonight either. It's your WellSpan Sports Medicine Injury Report. Westfall getting ready here. And we also have a moment to check out our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Lancaster at Long Island tonight, opening up a weekend series. Barnstormers a 4-3 lead in the 6th. Southern Maryland a 3-0 lead at New Britain in the bottom of the 7th. Bees winning 4 straight heading into that one. And Somerset leads Bridgeport 2-1 in the 5th. Game at TD Bank Ballpark. Now Westfall ready to work. Travis Scott coming up, 1 for 3. Singled in front of the Jackson home run in the 4th, which ultimately made it a 3-run shot. Sugar Land, that's how they opened their scoring. They were down 1-0, and they've scored 3 more since. Bases loaded, 1 out. Here's the first one, and a check swing, and he went. A slider from Westfall. 6-1, the Skeeters lead it. Westfall, one of his best outings of the year, 2 scoreless at Sugar Land last weekend. It's the 0-1, and a fastball just missed. 94 near the belt, didn't get it. Overall, he's 1-2 with a 2.77 ERA in 13 games. One, and it misses down and in. He is trying to improve on stranding inherited runners. 5 of 7 have scored. He's got 3 here that he's trying to leave on. Now ready, he deals, and it just missed down and away. Another close one. So no room for error, 3-1. Last outing was Tuesday night, charged with 2 runs in 2/3. None of the matchups worked that night. Suffered the loss. Pitch here is driven high and deep left center. Witherspoon backing up, and he will have room on the track. Tagging from third is Miller. He'll come home. It's a sac fly for Travis Scott. And Sugar Land now leads it 7-1. Here in the top of the 7th. Westfall had fallen behind, had to focus on just throwing a strike, and Scott got one elevated that he could drive. And now here's the man of the hour, Ryan Jackson, who went from baby cake to Skeeter. I don't know why he was even available. He hit 262 at AAA. First pitch, fastball, right in for a strike. Apparently the Marlins have quite the depth in the infield. I don't know. It's the stretch from Westfall, the 0-1. And a fastball. He pumps another one across, strike 2. Jackson a walk, a 3-run homer, and a double tonight. The double was hit off the wall in left center. Now Westfall set at the letters. He fires. Missed outside, 1-2. Dusk here at Peoples Bank Park. Picturesque evening. Yeah, what he said. Westfall with the 1-2, and a swing and a miss. In the dirt, slider blocked by Tejeda. He applies the tag, and that'll end the inning. But Sugar Land tacks on 1 more to their lead. 2 hits, 2 men left. 7th inning stretch here at Peoples Bank Park. It's the Skeeters 7 and the Revs 1.
Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment offers quality material handling equipment and services. Along with a full line of Unicarriers and Komatsu forklifts, you'll find Genie aerial lifts, IPC Eagle floor scrubbers, and Pentalift loading dock equipment. Mid-Atlantic can provide rentals, pre-owned equipment, service, and replacement parts for most makes. When you need the best for your business, call Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment at 888-383-LIFT. That's 888-383-5438, or online at MidAtlanticIndustrial.com.
Can't get enough of the birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the Birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
This Sunday, join the York Revolution in a salute to veterans at People's Bank Park. Gates open at noon, and all veterans receive free tickets to the 1 p.m. game. Plus, Pittsburgh Steelers legend and U.S. Army veteran Rocky Blyer will join the pregame ceremony and sign autographs. Help the Revolution honor the heroes of our community: Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard. Join us for the Salute to Veterans this Sunday beginning at noon. Honoring our heroes with family and friends, that's Revs time.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Stretch time tonight here at People's Bank Park. It's a 7-1 Sugar Land lead. New pitcher is righty Trey Haley. It's a good effort from Blevins tonight, much better than a week ago at home. And he goes 6, giving up 1 run, scattering 7 hits. That's, to me, the key word tonight, Matt. He scattered them, the Revs, with hits in 5 of the 6 innings, but no more than 2 hits in any inning. Only did that twice.
And just 1 extra base hit, the RBI double by Ryan Dent. And if you can scatter 7 hits and have 6 of them be singles, you're going to be pretty effective. He goes 6 innings and he's in position to win this one.
1 walk, 4 strikeouts. He had 88 pitches, 58 strikes. So Haley, the new right-hander, will face Alexi Casilla up first. 2 groundouts tonight here in his second game with the team. Guzman and Mitchell will follow. And Haley's first pitch of the night is over for a strike. 1-0 in 11 games, a 0.87 ERA for Haley. 10 in the 3rd innings, 1 run, just 6 hits. Has walked 8. He deals. And a chopper to second base. Jansanti a step right, gloves it belt high, throws to first. 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th. Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Image 360, Yingling's Ice Cream, Highmark, Isaacs, Sheets, and Ace Distributing. Here's Joel Guzman. He was grounded out and flied out. Revs with Joe Van Meter up in the pen, getting ready for the 8th. Now Haley, tall right-hander ready, delivers and misses high. Haley 6'4", 215. Nacogdoches, Texas. Now ready, delivers, and a swing and a miss. Fastball down at 94, and that one erupting through the strike zone. Haley last year AA and AAA with the Pirates. He was a teammate of Curtis Parch at Indianapolis. He deals, and a swing and a foul back onto the roof. Former 2nd-round pick of the Indians in 08. AAA has been his peak.
And he was last at Altoona, so not too far away from here.
Ready, here's the 1-2, and a foul back into the net. Now Haley again to the plate. And a line drive and past the slide of Ryan Jackson at short into left center. Base hit for Guzman. as Jackson went into a half dive, sliding to his left. But that liner hit dirt and kicked into left center, and Joel aboard a one-out single. The Revs now with at least one hit in 6 of the 7 innings tonight. It's their 8th knock. Here's Jared Mitchell, who struck out and singled. We never did get to a Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care home run participant tonight. I think it'd be rude kind of to do it at this point. It's the pitch, and it's over for a strike. But if they go yard, we'll give it to somebody. We'll give it to the next person that pops up. And we'll aim to do that a little earlier tomorrow night. A lot of things just went in one ear and out the other this evening. It's the 0-1, and a fastball missed low. Almost nightfall here as skies darken. But not like what we had yesterday that prevented us from play. The 1-1, and that misses up and outside. Star Wars night tomorrow. There's the 2-1. And a swing and a high pop foul, headed out of play to the left. Gonna bring a lightsaber tomorrow, Matt?
I have never owned one.
No? But I know someone you could borrow from.
I'll tell you, to be honest, this is kind of embarrassing, but I used to thought they were called lightsabers. That's how little I knew about Star Wars.
Yeah? Probably common. There's a slider down and in. It'll be a full count. Kind of like the candy lifesaver.
Will they have that tomorrow? I know they will have fireworks to the theme music of Star Wars. That sounds pretty cool.
Yes. There's the 3-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. Fastball away. Mitchell trying to protect. He's down swinging. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Well, the Skeeters are the team that the Revs historically have struggled the most against. Any chance of getting back in it in the first half, it would certainly behoove them to figure that part out. But they've struggled more so at home against Sugar Land than they have on the road. All-time 21-32 on the road, just 19-32 at home. Tough to figure out. Here's Derek Robinson, who looks at a first pitch strike. Good night for him in the leadoff spot. 2 for 3, a steal and a run. Now 10 for 23 his last 7 games. Pitch. Missed up high, fastball. They're hitting well over 400 on that stretch. Haley ready. The 1-1, and that missed down and in. It was on this date 3 years ago that the Revs began a huge climb up the standings. It was right after a trip to Sugar Land. They completed their first ever 5-game sweep, and that was against Lancaster. Pitch is a little low. Robinson started with the hands but held off. And in that series, they went from a pedestrian start, 4 back in the standings, to a 1-game lead. Eventually would win the first half. 3-1, and that's over for a strike at 93. A full count. Guzman will have a head start here with 2 outs. Revs down 7-1 in the 7th. There's the 3-2. And a bouncer toward first and foul. Tomorrow night, Steve Janis against Mitch Talbot. He went 2 innings in his first start. Sunday at 1 o'clock, Victor Mateo against Brett Marshall. And then off on Monday, and then we'll welcome Southern Maryland in with open arms. Pitch is outside, and Robinson walks. On base 3 out of 4 times tonight in the leadoff spot. And we mentioned his walk totals. He has 10 hits the last 7 games. That's his 6th walk in the last 7. On base a lot here of late. He's really turned it up.
That's certainly what you want out of him in that leadoff spot. Of course, only leading off guaranteed that first time, but still at the top of the order, really setting the tone, giving this guy at the plate who's red hot, Ryan Dent, a chance to come through.
Only ribby for the Revs tonight. Belongs to Dent. First pitch, fastball. It's a strike at 95. Dent 1 for 3, RBI double down the third base line in the third. The at-bat before that, he smoked it to third, but it was caught. And now the 0-1. Tried to check, but went a slider. Boy, Haley mid-90s, and you've got to gear up for that. If he locates that tight slider well, it's really tough to stop. Tough to lay off. 0-2. And Haley the pitch. Slider, a little low. Good eye from Dent. Sugar Land with right-hander Andrew Johnston now up in the pen. And Haley steps off, wanting to go through the signs again. Skeeters up 7-1 here in the 7th. A long look in. Now Haley ready and steps off again. Keeping him guessing. Now the 1-2. Yeah, swing and a miss. Fastball at 96. Dent, a healthy cut, but unable to connect. So scoreless, bottom of the 7th inning for Trey Haley. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 left. It's on to the 8th. Revs trailing the Skeeters 7-1.
This is Dustin Hawkinsmith with the Keystone Sports Network. For the best Penn State football analysis and commentary, listen to Sports Radio 1350 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. and after Revs games for the Keystone Kickoff Show. We'll bring you game reviews, player evaluations, and recruiting news. So for the best in Penn State talk, tune to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK for the Keystone Kickoff Show. Brought to you locally by your neighborhood SureSave Markets.
At Life Path Christian Ministries, members of our community come to us in need of support systems. We serve the single mother with 3 kids who needs a place to stabilize, the teenager whose mom and dad are working 2 jobs and are not home at night, the young man who never found the right family to love and care for him as he was passed through the foster care system, the Iraq War veteran who was dishonorably discharged and still struggles to break free from alcohol. Although each of these situations is different, the common thread that runs within them is the unmet need. Through love and understanding, and with the support of people like you, Life Path Christian Ministries is able to meet those needs every day. For more information on how you too can make an impact, visit online at lifepathyork.org or give us a call at 717-845-7662. Again, that's 845-7662.
The Revolution plays here. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head to the 8th inning, Joe Van Meter will take over. 8th inning brought to you by York Dental Sleep Therapy. It's getting to be that time of night. Starting to think about sleep. Are you tired of feeling the effects of sleep apnea? Tired of sleepless nights due to your CPAP? Dr. Bell might have an option to help you. Make your appointment today and let Dr. Bell help determine which treatment is best for your needs. Exceptional care just a phone call away. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com. York Dental Sleep Therapy, 450 West Market Street in Helena. The Albert Cordero leading things off for Sugar Land against Van Meter. 7-1 Skeeters as we begin the 8th. Cordero, the switch hitting catcher, and he whiffs through the first fastball from Van Meter, 0-1. Joe was in the game on Wednesday night, charged with a run in 2/3 of an inning. Now delivers and missed inside. The outing before that, he looked sharp. 1-2-3 inning Monday with a couple of Ks. The 1-1 and a slider just inside. Van Meter overall 0-1, a 5.25 ERA in 12 outings. His roughest outing was at Sugar Land last Saturday, but rebounded nicely on Monday. Here's the 2-1, swing and a miss, high fastball. Cordero's done the bulk of the catching duties for the Skeeters this year. Early on, Wilfredo Rodriguez had been in the White Sox system, recently returned. Van Meter set, 2-2 pitch, and it missed up and away. Cordero, who had played in the Mets system, originally signed out of Venezuela, made it to Double-A Binghamton. The payoff pitch, and a swing and a fly foul out of play off to the left. Ninth-year pro. Last year he was not the frontline guy, but early this year he has been. Another full count offering, and it runs inside. Van Meter missing with a cutter right in near the knuckles. It's a leadoff walk.
Find a way.
Our broadcast tonight also brought to you in part by Stanball Plumbing and Heating, Hatfield, York Water Company, Brickers, Pizza Box and Hoagie Shop, York Volkswagen, and Penn State York. Here's Joe Benson. Van Meter fires, breaking ball, check swing, and he went. As that one hooked onto the floor from Van Meter. Big break on that first one. Benson a double and a home run tonight. The 0-1 fastball, that's in there for strike two. With our rain out last night, we were able to carry the entire Game 7 of the Penguins and Senators. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball, strike three called. Good one from Van Meter. He freezes Benson, and there's one away. Tomorrow, Matt, we have the NCAA lacrosse semifinals doubleheader on beginning at 11:45 a.m. I know you're going to have your ear right to your WOYK tuned radio. Your Maryland Terps.
They have been in it many, many times and haven't won recently.
It's Wilfredo Rodriguez who swings and misses. Well, maybe this year is their year. Have the championship also on Monday at 12:45 through Westwood 1. And then Monday night, the Cup Finals is a breaking ball away. And before that, on Monday night at 6, we have a best of Baltimore baseball show that will air. Wonder who was the producer on that. There's the 1-1, Swinging a bouncing ball, hits softly to second. Casilla has to go toward first to glove it. And a short throw off to Burgess. 2 down, Cordero takes second base on the play. He's there with 2 outs. You have fun putting that one together for Dan?
I had a lot of fun. We had a day off last night, of course, with the rain out, and the idea popped into my head. Yeah. Went back in the archive, found some good segments, so tune in Monday at 6.
Keep our listeners occupied when the Revs are off. Here's Derek Miller, and a breaking ball over for a strike. Miller 1 for 4, an infield hit and a run last inning, now an 11-game hitting streak. And leading off these days with Josh Prince banged up. There's the 0-1, swinging a ground ball to shortstop. Franco lines it up, throw across to first is on the money. And a scoreless top of the 8th for Joe Van Meter, who works past the leadoff walk. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Skeeters 7 and the Revs 1.
Kids today, with Facebook, texting, TV, and video games, seems like fresh air and sunshine are things of the past. Remember playing catch, climbing trees, wholesome backyard fun? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care remembers. Give them lush grass, healthy trees, the good old outdoors. American is baseball and apple pie. Kids have every reason to stay inside. Don't let your lawn be one of them. Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. World-class care right in your backyard. 717-292-9994.
Having the gang over to watch the game? Keep them happy with great BestJet products from your neighborhood SureSave markets. Football fans, hockey fans, basketball fans, everyone's a fan of game day party planners with $18.93 deli items. BestJet hot dogs go great with BestJet kettle cooked chips. Or serve up a couple BestJet rising crust pizzas with 12 packs of BestJet soda. Throw the best game day party ever with BestJet products. Shop Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, Wetzel's in Glenrock, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your home for Revolution Baseball. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Seven to 1, Sugar Land the lead as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Right-hander Andrew Johnston is on for the Skeeters. 6'5" righty who's been a mainstay in their pen the last couple of years. Face Isaiah Tejeda up first. 0 for 3 tonight, but 2 line drive outs in the outfield. 7-1 Sugar Land lead as Johnston toes the rubber. First pitch is down low. He's 0-1 in 16 games, a 5.17 ERA. 1-0, and it's a little low again. So over 5 this year, but last season he was their team's pitcher of the year. Went 5-2 with a 1.78 in 61 outings. He deals, and that's over. Oh no, it's not. Well, it's over something other than home plate. 3-0. Johnston the pitch, and a fastball called strike. It's his 4th year with Sugar Land, an all-star last year and 2 years prior to that. Former 9th round pick of the Rockies in 05. Pitch. And it's down low, leadoff walk. Tejeda on to start in the bottom of the 8th. We'll pause for station identification. This is Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
Andrew Johnston with only his 3rd walk here in his 17th appearance. Here's Michael Burgess. First pitch to him is a little bit low. Revs with Manny Corpus up in the pad. Burgess tonight 2 for 3, 2 singles. One-0. And a chopper high off the dirt at short. It takes Jackson right to the bag at second. Fires to first, a double play. 6-6-3, and Johnston got Burgess to hit on top of it, and it bounced up like a super ball. Huge hop to the shortstop, taking him right to the bag. 3rd double play the Revs have hit into tonight.
And they've had runners on in every inning tonight and just have only been able to get that one run across, in part due to those double plays, but just have not been able to string hits together.
Here's Angel Franco. First offering is over for a strike. 0 for 3 tonight. (7-1) Skeeters. Johnston the pitch, and he tried to check, appeal to third base. He did hold as that ball ran a little bit low. Sugar Land coming into this game last in the league in ERA at 4.78. You hardly ever see the last ranking next to them in pitching. Here's a ball in the dirt, skips away, another appeal, and he held. Especially with that great pitcher's ballpark that they have. But they were swept at home by Somerset. In that series, they had an ERA over 5. Seemed like more than that, but maybe some unearned. Here's a bounce foul behind the plate, 2-2. And they lost 10-8, 6-3, and 5-3. And Tuesday's doubleheader began at 11 a.m., ended at 12:30 a.m. the next day. It's the pitch. And a swing and a drive the other way in left center. Miller on the run, but he'll have room. As he steps onto the warning track, he makes the catch in deep left center. Franco hits it well, but flies out. And the Revs down in order with help of the double play in the 8th. No hits in the inning. We go to the 9th. It's Sugar Land 7, York 1.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
Runners know the challenge. It's not the uncompromising weather. It's not the pounding repetition. It's not knowing how to dig deep as you start the climb of that last hill. For runners, the challenge is the discipline to keep running. Flying feet. Casual runners, amateur runners, hardcore runners, no matter what level runner you are, Flying Feet Sports Shoes is with you every step of the way. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear and properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear, properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. And that holds true whether you're training or racing on roads, tracks, or trails. For those searching for that discipline, Flying Feet provides the latest shoe innovations, the accessories and equipment, and the inspiration to keep on running. Greg Baum and his staff have the knowledge and the true understanding of what running is all about. As one local runner put it, Flying Feet is family, and all runners are welcome. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
Your county, your team. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in sports.
Annie Corpus's first pitch here in the 9th is low on Anthony Jansanti, who leads it off for Sugar Land. The Skeeters with a 7-1 lead. 1-0, and he drives it the other way down the line in right field, and it is slicing foul into the corner. It was close much of the way, but did finish foul. 2, 3, and 4 due up. Corpus on a pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. In his 6th game, 3 1/3 innings, 2 runs thus far. Faced 1 hitter, finishing the top of the 10th on Wednesday night. His last outing. On the 1-1, and a foul tip back behind the plate. Pretty much. Jansanti 1 for 4 tonight, now a 13-game hitting streak. And hits in 19 of his last 20. 1-2, and a breaking ball doesn't get the call, as that one bent just in front of the plate, perhaps. 2-2. That was a good one from Manny. He'll try it again. And a swing and a miss. He went further out with it, and Jansanti helped him. He chased it way in the other batter's box. 1 down here in the top of the 9th.
That one was further outside, like you said, but I think it had a lot more late break to it than the previous one. The one before it, more of a get-me-over pitch. That one really snapped hard late.
Now Andy Wilkins will stand in. 0 for 4 on the night. And the first one's across for a strike. The Skeeters with right-hander Sean Gleason getting ready. Rebs roughed him up in a start last Saturday. It's the 0-1, and that breaks low. Nicked off the glove of Tejeda. 1 ball, 1 strike. We've been promoting tomorrow night. It's a big night, Star Wars night. It features a jersey auction presented by Life Path Christian Ministries. On-field games in the Star Wars theme. The 1-1. That misses down and away. Post-game fireworks presented by AAA Southern PA. Set to Star Wars music. And also AAA night. Members get buy one, get one free tickets. It's the pitch. And a breaking ball. That swoops across for strike 2. And you can get those by showing your AAA membership card at the Apple Chevrolet ticket office. Corpus ready. And the 2-2, swing and a miss. A slider. And he goes 2 up, 2 down on strikeouts here in the 9th. Dante just walked by in whatever costume he has on tonight for Fright Night. And it reminded me of the This Is Sports Center commercials where the mascots are just doing normal things around the office. You know, it's just another night up here. Get up like that. Here's Kevin Aarons, and Corpus misses down and in. Fright Night in May.
Halfway Halloween.
It's the pitch, and a breaking ball. It's a called strike. What was your best costume?
I would have to say the Geico Gecko.
Wow. There's a foul back. That'll go upstairs and leave a mark. 1 and 2. Seen some costumes around the crowd tonight. The ones up here are just any ordinary night. There's a pitch outside, 2 and 2. See some costumes tomorrow, I'm sure. I haven't seen the jersey yet. Looking forward to seeing that. It's the 2-2. And a high pop-up in the infield. Corpus pointing up. Dent charging in from third. He's got it. Ryan Dent on a dead sprint from all the way back at third base. And he caught it right between the mound and home plate. And it had to run over 100 feet on a dead sprint to get there. And fortunately, good communication because Burgess was coming down hard from first base as well, getting there at nearly the same time. 1-2-3, top of the ninth for Corpus. And we go to the last of the ninth inning. Sugar Land is 7-1 lead.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
what? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your ship together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Can you sit up, little guy? There you go. What a big boy. Whoa! Every time he grabs my maple donut, it pulls him over to one side. But he keeps on grabbing at it. Whoop, there he goes again. Wait, let's see how this works. Here you go, little dude. Here's another maple donut. Can you grab it? Well, there you have it, folks. Charlie's right. A balanced baby needs a maple donut in each hand.
Maple donuts taste right.
The Revolution plays here. Play ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
Bottom of the ninth, 7-1 Sugar Land. It is Sean Gleason, the new pitcher. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Righty facing Travis Witherspoon first and delivers a strike. Witherspoon 1 for 2 tonight, a single and a walk. Now has a hit in 7 of his last 8. The 0-1, and he bounces it to third, backing up his Aarons. It stayed a little bit low, but he gloves it and guns it across, and there's one down.
Good adjustment there by Aarons. Like you said, it stayed low, a lot of top spin on it, and it kind of skidded on him, and because he was playing it to the backhand side, his body was not behind it, so it was a do-or-die play, and he made it.
He's played third and short. There's Alexi Casilla, who's grounded out all 3 times tonight. Pitch from Gleason, a ball down low. He's 1-1 with a 7.31 ERA in 9 outings. 1 start, which was a rough one last Saturday. Pitch here is popped up. At third, it's Aarons drifting into foul ground. Polo will vacate. Oh, Aarons dropped it. Down the line behind third, it'll be an error on Aarons, the first miscue of the game on either side. And Casillas still with life.
Are they saying Polo is in the way? They're pointing over in that direction. He certainly moved away so Aarons could make the play. It's a poor excuse, up 6.
Yeah, that's invalid. Skeeters, who are tied for second in the league in defense. 1-1, and a missed outside. They did have 6 errors in the start that Gleason made last Saturday. He went 2 1/3, 8 hits, 8 runs, 6 earned. against the Revs. Pitch, and tried to check, and he said he went on it. The home plate Calvin Baker making that ruling. 2-2. And Gleason to the plate. It missed low. A full count for Casilla. Joel Guzman on deck. On the 3-2. And a swing and a foul out of play. Third base side.
And good to see him battle here. His first 3 at-bats, like you said, all groundouts, but all at-bats that he swung pretty early in the count here. Really making Gleason work.
It's another 3-2. And a miss down and in. Excellent at-bat. So good, it's not even an at-bat. Alexi Casilla walks. We'll bring up Joel Guzman. 1 for 3 here tonight. Gleason last year was with New Britain and then joined Sugar Land late. 5 outings with the Skeeters. Pitch to Joel, a fastball over for a strike. His ERA in the Atlantic League last year over 6. Former 20th round pick of the Orioles in 07, made it to AAA. Fires home and it runs outside and low. 7-1 Sugar Land here in the bottom of the 9th. They're looking to snap their 3-game skid and hand the Revs a 5th straight. Pitch and a swing and a miss. Fastball. Sugar Land was 1 game back entering play today. Lancaster leads 4-3 in the 8th at Long Island. Our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. The 1-2. And a swing and a pop foul back and out of play. And Southern Maryland won 3-1 at New Britain. Now the rest of the Freedom Division winning here tonight, but not the Revs. It's the 1-2 again. And a bouncer foul, third base side. And over in the Liberty Division, Somerset returning home and after a couple of days off. And a 2-game lead over Bridgeport. And the Patriots in tonight's game lead Bridgeport 2-1 in the 5th. 1-2, swing and a fly ball, right field. Joe Benson will drift in and makes the catch shallow and right. Guzman didn't get extension on that swing. And the Revs down to their final out. Jared Mitchell will try to keep the game going, 1 for 3. First pitch, and Casilla runs. He was uncontested. He'll take second as Gleason delivers a strike. It'll be a defensive indifference. They weren't holding him. Now the 0-1, and a swing and a pop foul out of play. Left field side. Now the Revs down to their final strike here tonight. Frank Gailey, the league leader in wins, will suffer just his 2nd loss against 5 victories. 0-2, and a called third strike. Fastball outside corner at 94. And Sean Gleason, a scoreless bottom of the 9th inning to wrap it up. No runs, no hits, and 1 left. Sugar Land takes the opener on their travel day north. 7-1 is your final. Stay tuned, post-game show follows next.
Donegal offers car and homeowners insurance at rates that are very competitive. So competitive that Donegal's car insurance rates are among the lowest in the state. And if you insure your car and home with Donegal, Donegal